Oh, I'm just going to laugh to myself, folks. This is the Rangers Rabble Podcast at its best. Oh, my God. We are here for the first game of the season as Rangers look to take on Dundee United. I have no words for what happened in that last show. We can blame Martin, we can blame YouTube, we can blame me, because for whatever reason it's my fault. But we're going to blame everybody in between for this show, because Martin's in charge. We'll get the quotations there. I can't bring up any comments. We will get that sorted. It's because I need to nip away that Martin has to be in charge. Luca, thank you very much, sir. No, James. No, he's arrived. This was supposed to be Martin and Dougal, and I'm new here. So no, I'm not having it now. He's arrived. That's no on me. So first of all, how are we all? We can have a quick look at the team sheet. Let's have a wee look. So for our first game of the season, the lineup is Pander in goal, Dujon Sterling, Ben Godfrey, Manny Fernandez, and Tur Romans. Cammy Devlin and Mohamed Diamande, Gisama, Nadiri, Asgard is your middle three, and leading the line is Lawrence Shankland. So this is going to be a massive game for Rangers. First game of the season. They have to get today at Tannadice. Show, Martin. I'm just kidding. I don't even know what's good. This is Martin. Martin's pressing buttons in the background and then blaming me. I can see him pissing himself laughing here and acting like it's my fault. I have no control over what's going here. Right, let's have a look. Stevie, Gisama does offer nothing but try to die for a penalty, so it is going to be an interesting one. Hello, John Scott. How are we? I am back. Peter. Yep, Remy. I'm at. Paul, you can't blame me. Blame Martin. Phone him on Monday morning and blame him, right? First game of the season and it's gone to the shite. Exactly. This is why Alex only gets the friendlies. No, I'm not in control here. No. Mr. Douglas is pissing himself in the background. It's Starmer in charge. I'll ask him at half time, right? We'll keep that comment. It's Martin Keir Starmer. Scottish, how are we? Decky, the wingless Rangers. Martin, stop fecking about, you fud. Martin sorted out our memberships will be cancelled. Whoa. Wait, let's wait there. Yeah, listen, Peter, that is an excellent point, right? I want to talk about Jerry Gisama because he is obviously getting a lot of the attention for being in the starting lineup. I do think this has to be last chance saloon. For Jerry Gisama, he has to prove it. Spanky, it's just been a mental week, my friend. Nothing to do with the Thursday night. I can promise you that. It has just been a mental couple of days for all the lads. We are hoping to get back as of Monday. We will get normal service resuming. Aldo, thank you very much, my friend. I was looking a bit homeless, so I did have to tidy myself up. Evening, Charles. Wallace, Martin is still at the bingo. Yep. I've not dyed my hair, Remy, no. If anything, I've had it salted. Because all the gaming is on Twitch. Now, listen, we're not talking about Twitch. Dundee United 0, Rangers 10. Come on, you Jers from Dublin, Ireland. Well, Robert, my friend, let us hope that is the case. I just blasted my eardrums there. That was nice. Decky, evening. Hi, it's Twitch I'm on about. We can leave Twitch in the background. So I think this is going to be an interesting game. Obviously, Taylor went off injured against West Ham, but did come on at the end of the game without a sling on. So that looked a bit. I've had a wee shave. It's been all shaved down. Taylor Asgard obviously came on at the end of the game with no sling. Good to see. So you hope that he puts in a performance. I do feel for Finlay Curtis. getting put on the bench. But the bench is as follows: Liam Kelly, McHanya, Neil, Curtis, McCrory, Chukwame, Dragajevic, Miovski, and Chermiti. If Kasama does not produce the goods tonight, bye, I'm afraid. Give him the benefit tonight. Yeah, I fully agree with you. I do. This has to be it. Can of Monster, you got just the original, my friend, just the original. Your hair and beard look two separate patches. Oh, thanks very much, Charles. Appreciate it. That comment, I cannot bring it up, but it is there for you. Do not spoil any goals. Do not react in the live chat until I do, or there will be a timeout. We are becoming ruthless with this, so I guess I must score a double. If you can, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel as well. Game days will be every single match day will be live on the channel. I'm so worried I have left my camera on in the suite we use so that the show doesn't disappear. I know that we can't touch anything now. Would be a top shag if he trimmed the beard. No, you leave my beard alone, right? I've had it trimmed down. Gassam and the Dairy starting try. Aye, I think you've literally got to see the fact that they've got to be starting just for their attacking presence. In all honesty, with Brandon Barker 30-yarder. I do like the original Monster, to be fair. I think it's all right. Jesus Christ, man, he stopped. Fucking hell. James Husty, in all honesty, he does. Even though folk in the comments who might not be Rangers supporters hit that thumbs up. Fish, evening. So I am apprehensive for this game because we know what Rangers have been like, especially in pre-season. But it is Rangers. It's bouncing. Let's just hope we put it in our favour tonight. Let's see. There's only one team in Glasgow, and that is the Glasgow Rangers. Exactly, Luca. Exactly. What are we saying then for score predictions? I'm going to go Rangers 2, Dundee United 0. Listen, Sneak Energy's not too bad, to be fair. I just don't like it because it's not fizzy, and I'm not a big fan of the cans. I'm buzzing as well. Pope, I'm just going to call you Pope. Thanks for the podcast, bro. Appreciated. We're the people 4-0, the Super Troops. Keith, thanks very much, my friend. Let's hope we see a 4-0. I'll be happening. What new rules are in place, Alex? You know, I don't know, mate. I hear that it's supposed to be. Oh, I've got the Mango Loco in the sales, mate. I hear that they're looking to implement new rules. I've not heard what they're going to be. It'll be interesting to see. Aldo, just win. Decky 4-0. Woodless 3-1 to the famous. John Scott, let's bouncy tonight. 5-0. Scottish Pope 4-0. James with a 3-0. Graham with a 3-1. Paul with a 3-0. Dougie with a 3-1. Listen, we're all expecting goals. This has to be it. A 67-0 to Rangers. We're turning it to Bayern Munich. Colin joining us at 5 a.m. from Australia. Good morning, my friend. Hope that you enjoy this. The new rules, 5-second rule in place for corners, throw-ins, and goal kicks, VAR overturn, setting yellow cards. There you go. It'll be interesting to see how they implement it, because they'll do this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 countdown pitch that they do, so it'll be interesting to see. Nelly, good evening, my friend. Ramis went for a 2-0, 10 seconds for the subs to get off, 5-second throw-in corners, VAR overturn, setting yellows, for the wrong award. The sub one's an interesting one, though, because I like that. Like, if you take the piss, thanks for that, Martin. If you take the piss to get off, shut myself. I've got the game on. I was, it's just Martin in the background. Shut my life there, man. As long as we win, it's all that matters. I drink the Sneak cans. Powder is good. Listen, I like the fizziness of it, to be fair. 3-0 to the famous. 2-0, hopefully clean sheets, some goals. 3 points and up the road. In McInnes, we trust. Exactly. I'll tell you, mate. I'm now having a conversation with Martin while trying to talk to you. I'll tell you when I kick off, mate. You can start the timer. I'll tell you what second I'm at if you need it, right? Get into them, no surrender. Exactly. Shut your hole, you. Okay, talking away in the background. Injured players need to remain. Aye, I do like that one, Mark, as well. That if they go down and need the physio, that they need to stay off for 60 seconds, you're going to see a lot of time wasting just dry up. Where people wait till I stone up, I'll get the finger in the air and I'll tell you what it's like. I don't have a clue, mate. In all honesty with you. No limits in the first year. Yeah, it will be dubious, James, but at the same time, it's the second year that's always one that counts in it. Foxy, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. So we are very much fast approaching the starting whistle here, about 3 minutes to go. Evening milk. Bookie's betting penalty to Rangers must be good odds. Oh, surely. More importantly, who is the referee? The referee tonight is Nick Walsh. It is Nick Walsh. More than the famous. Evening, Tess. It is Nick Walsh is your referee tonight. I'm neutral, but don't want Hearts anywhere near the top 6. Never mind the league. No chance it's between the big two. Fact, Peter, you have to hope so. I think the fact that they're losing quite a lot of the players, they're going to be nowhere near the top. Shanks double. Let's hope so. Stuart, throw your finger in the air. Let me see where you're at. I'm over here, mate. Look, hello. Okay, Jesus. Football is back indeed. We are about 2 minutes away as the players are in the tunnel. About 2 minutes away from kickoff. I do want to see Michaela come on as well. I'm going to butcher his name all night, by the way, if he gets on. McHania. Not really, Alex. If the first is dodgy, the player gets sent off. Yeah, but the second one can be reviewed, though, James. If the ref is Nick, it's all about me, Walsh, correct? Aye, true. Nick, it's all about me, Walsh. Alex, tell Fudface to shut up and watch the match. Well, Paul, we've not kicked off yet, so it's all right. Oh, Devlin's at least getting a booking tonight. Teams are in the tunnel. They have come out. They've walked out now. That tifo is, I love it, by the way. Cammy Devlin will turn into the Rangers. Brock Lesnar, just F5 info everywhere. Fancy Shanklin, good enough for Scottish football. Not sure about Europe. Well, Europe will tell, mate. It will. Hi, Jamie. You all right, sir? Woodless, the tower is here. So, before we kick off, lineup once again is Pandur, Sterling, Godfrey, Fernandez, Romans, Devlin and Diamande, Kasama, Asgard, Nadiri, and Shankland. Yeah, how'd you find it, Jamie? Because I've got one can and the second one for the second half. So, as it is now the start of the season, we are going back to the old format. So, when I say old format, me at halftime, not me for the first half, me, Martin at halftime, me for the second half, and then Martin, Ian, and Mark, I believe, or Martin, Kenny, and Mark will take you through the reaction. It will all be on the same link. It will all be the one show. So you no need to swap shows and come back and go in. One show right the way through. Only one team was spending power to get Scotland back to automatic championship place. And that's us, Peter, sir. Sunshine has looked glorious. I hope we start brightly, move the ball quickly, pace tempo. Yeah, we need to play the same way we did in the first half against West Ham. Strap yourself in. The Rangers season is beginning. Strap that seatbelt in. So, let's see. That ball has to be... We have to pass it quickly. We do. Don't think anyone guessed that team. There's a few in there that you probably wouldn't have guessed, but wouldn't have got Nadiri out wide. And as Aldo said, please not spoil any goals. Don't react in the live chat until I do, or there will be a timeout. Gisama needs to start proving himself. There's been far too many bad games. 56 incoming. Let's get stuck into these ones. 56 incoming. So, I am obviously on Rangers TV. I will let you know. Follow news, support for those that can't see it elsewhere. It's free to watch. Here's to winning the 56. Hopefully. Fingers crossed indeed. Google it. Let's get underway. We are just waiting for kickoff here. It's going to be interesting because the clock's going to be behind because I can't see the up to date one, so it's going to be behind regardless. But it'll be up like 4 years. It'll be all right. We are Just waiting for this fancy 2-2 or a late Jers win. Peter, I can't take that kind of game, to be fair. Gassama needs to step up tonight. Big responsibility. Yeah, he's got massive responsibility in this wing, especially with the players we're losing. He's got massive responsibility here. We are just waiting for Cammy Devlin to get us underway. And we are underway. There we go. We are underway. First game of the season. I got the goalie and back four, right? The rest, I think only Devlin up to Shanklin. I got Asgard, Dion, Gassama. I wasn't expecting it, to be fair. Well, let's just see what Rangers can do. That's a loose ball straight away, though. Manny Fernandez getting caught there. Gassama cannot dive tonight. I cannot take that if he does tonight. Pander launches this forward. Shanklin to take it away. How's that a free kick? What? All right. Nick Walsh is saying that's a free kick. Cool. Hot tatty. A hot tatty for the first 10, 15 minutes. I love that. Don't want a hot tatty. I think I was a bit longer than your 5 seconds there, Nick Walsh. And that's just going to go straight out for a Rangers goal kick. They need to relax. It's always the same, though. They need to relax and just not get soaked into the battle that Jim Goodwin's going to try and put on here. Evening, Krajcek. Evening. We just need to keep our game plan here. Walsh will give free kicks to... 100% he will. We know he will. We know that those free kicks are only going one way all night. And it's definitely not the Rangers. We know that. Getting caught out a wee bit here on this flank. Dujon Sterling doing a lot of running forward. Excuse me. Dujon doing a lot of running forward. They're playing that ball in, expecting him to be forward. And we're just getting caught out here. About 7 cents behind on forward. That's not too bad then. That's a great ball over. Great ball to Gassama. Tower Robbins in the overlap. It doesn't use him. Diamande. Back to Gassama. Outright to Tower Robbins. Robbins goes back again to Manny Fernandez. Godfrey. Dujon Sterling. Godfrey puts it forward and he puts it out of play. Play free football all season. You will keep. Yeah, Peter, we don't really care about that other team, to be fair. It's all about what we do. That's what we have to worry about. Taylor. That's a handball, surely. Nick Walsh just getting involved there, but still lets them play on, even though he touched the ball. Nice one, Nick Walsh. Taylor. Taylor just sits his man down. Ryan the Dairy on the run. Feed him. Taylor, come on. To be fair, he's done well there. Giving it across. Shanklin. Lawrence Shanklin getting involved straight away. This is I did slate Asgard, but it's a good ball. Great first time pass from the Dairy. Shanklin just with a little bit of the back heel flick, and he wins Rangers a corner. Yeah, listen, Peter, I understand exactly what you mean, mate. I don't disagree with you. We need to keep pace for everybody, but we also need to get in front. Right, Taylor Asgard on the corner. Right, corner played in. Good ball. Jerry Gassama puts it across. Unlucky for Cammy Devlin there. The corner was took by Taylor Asgard Nelly. Unlucky from Devlin, but how many times do we not see players take that shot from outside the box? He knew exactly what he was doing there. Lined it up and just hit it first time. Nelly, if it's a set piece or not, a goal's a goal. We just need to get that goal. Right, Romans to get us forward here. Unlucky. And that's going to be a Rangers throw. Was Asgard much better than Daniel? It definitely was better, aye. Gassama. Jerry Gassama bombing forward here. He's done well. And he's given away a goal kick. Yeah, listen, Aldo, I agree with you. Taylor's got a good set piece in him. It was much better. Goal to settle Jersey. Aye, if we get the goal settled now pretty quickly, then this game's a whitewash. Taylor has got to be phenomenal. You hope so. Oh, I do every single day, mate. Every single day. Ryan Nadiri losing the ball there. Dujon Sterling got out of position. Sapsford's forward here. Ben Godfrey just gets a foot in there. Calm, cool, collected. Ferry going to go for the long throw here. Oh. Ferry's going to put it back in here. But it cleared. Gassama's been playing with a pizza ball. Can he get this forward? Just go quickly. Unlucky. Good interception. Yeah, it was great interception from Godfrey, to be fair. 3 goals for Asgard. I think I'd love to see 3 goals from Taylor Asgard, Clara. Dundee United playing a wee bit of a dirty game here, to be fair. Game's only just started. They put in a few naughty challenges. LA Rose. La Rose. La Rose. Right, Godfrey to take the free kick here for Rangers. Remember, it's no December. Hit the join button and become a member. Less than a cup of coffee a month. Will Ferry getting caught here. He's managed to get that away, though. Dujon just punched that out of play. It's now going to be another throw-in on the far side to Dundee United. You can see the pressure from Rangers. They're pushing Dundee United high here. That's a silly foul from Devlin, though. Panda. Oh! Phenomenal from Panda there. Knew they were going to go quick. Off that line. Sharpish. Off it, sharpish. Punches it over his head and then just gathers it again. And we're led to believe he's not comfortable with his feet. Since when? The Tangerines always play dirty against us, in effect. Yeah. Aldo, I do not know. Keep that question for half-time, my friend, and we will ask Mr. Douglas that question, if they are going to be all public, because I do not know. He's given a foul against Shanklin there, when Shanklin is getting held the full time from the Dundee United defender. How is that a foul to them? He's not let go of his jersey once. He's not pandering about at all, Nelly. I thought Alex say... No, I definitely did not, James. No, I definitely did not. Must start with a win tonight. Yeah, we need to 100% to be to him. Maybe another. I don't get why teams allow that to be a throw-in. Why would you not just put the ball back in? Then United guy. It looks like Timo Haaland, Puntland. Puntland. Ferry puts a ball in again. That's a dangerous ball. Gassama just clears that instead of taking his time with it. Are you shocked that Dundee Hibs? No. No, you're not going to be surprised by it, though, Terry. You're not. I'm still not sold on our keeper yet. Oh, I think he's been a lot better than some of our goalies, but again, that could just be the first game. We've got a lot more to see. Asgard, Devlin. Right, Rangers just need to get a wee bit of possession here because they're not getting a lot, but that is a great turn from Diamande. Asgard out to Dujon Sterling. Sterling to put the ball in the middle. Theo. Devlin. Godfrey. Dujon. Yellow advertisement. Okay, looks like Dundee United want to slow the game. They definitely want to slow it down. But in the first 10 minutes, 60% possession with 2 shots and 1 on target. Our passing out is 65%, lower than usual. Do you think that's nerves? I think it's probably just a wee bit of nerves, but you can see we're getting the ball forward. We're getting the ball very quickly here. Another corner to come in from Taylor Asgard. Good ball in. Back post of Kusama. Kusama, well done. He thought the ball was going to play. Managed to put another touch in, and when Rangers another corner. Good work there from Jerry Kusama to not let that go. Asgard does look like he's aiming for Kusama with every single corner, though, which is a bit worrying when there's the likes of Fernandez, Shankland, Nadiri in the middle there. Try and get it right on the heads of them rather than putting it back post. Played a short one this time. Asgard. Kusama. And he wins Rangers a free kick. Good play, good play. Yeah, Peter's better. Right. Taylor Asgard to put a ball in here. I'm impressed by Kusama's work rate so far, more direct. Yeah. I think he's probably had a word in his ear to be more direct. If not, there's the door, sir. So, Taylor Asgard. No bother, sir. No bother, sir. I think you're in the wrong chat. Asgard. Oh, unlucky. Rangers are always slow starters, always have been, always will be. Case, but listen, the confidence is definitely there. Oh, look. Yeah, exactly. It's only been 10 minutes as well. That not a Rangers free kick there, then, no? Yeah, I mean, we're not controlling the ball as well as we could. Ball in the middle here, and that's away. Come on, Rangers. Right, Celtic fan here. No bias or hate from me. Just like to say, keep smashing these podcasts and watch alongs. I like the passion all you guys show towards your club and fans, football in general. Sweet Dog, thank you very much, sir. That is much appreciated. Ryan Nadiri, Jerry Kusama. Oh, I do appreciate that, my friend. Thank you very much. No, you've come in here, being respectful. Obviously, said you're a Celtic fan, but no, thank you very much, sir. I want to see this one on Kusama again. He does go in with an elbow on Kusama there. It'd be very soft, like, but. Jamie, someone's scored already. Right, I can't take this anymore. How long before the season ends? After this game, mate. Exactly, nearly. Aye, yep. Yeah, I did, right, me? I said 3-1. 3-1, I said. Yeah, it was definitely ignored. That is great work from Terry Romans to avoid the corner. Put it out for a throw. Romans is doing pretty well. I've got this resaid. He's getting forward a lot. No, Remy, don't apologise, mate. Give me the abuse. I love it. So, another throw in here from United in a very dangerous area. Get dealt with. Gassama. That's another foul on Jerry Gassama. That's another foul on Jerry Gassama. Fuck it. Nick Walsh has to take control now. How many fouls do you allow to get away with here? Honestly. Wow. Yeah, Rosemary, I think you're right. I think Dio's been pretty decent, to be fair, James. It looks like we're playing a 4-2-3-1. That's a foul there. And then Devlin's just like, have it! Exactly, look at Devlin. He's just fucking, have it! Oh, if he threw it, it'd be off. Godfrey's looking pretty decent, to be fair. He's had a few to deal with, and he's dealt with them very, very well. Oh, Dujon, take that one down, man. Evening, gents, watching from Botswana. On yourself, Stephen, sir. Dundee United are deliberately targeting Gassama for Oh, aye. They're just trying to keep him out of the game, trying to put him under that little bit of pressure so that he doesn't get involved as much. Oh, great tackle. Oh, yes! Tries to hit it and falls on his arse there. Oh, Calmy Devlin's just getting stuck in, man. Right, well, come on in. Nick Walsh, get the yellow card out. Happening, brother. Happening. How are you watching the game? Martin, I am watching the game on Rangers TV. Who's one of us? Stephen? I don't know. I don't know what you mean, Peter. Surprised that he's not giving a booking there, by the way. Very surprised. Oh, aye. I love the tackles. You can watch on Rangers TV, Sky Sports, or FAWA News. FAWA News. Google it and you'll get it. It's Null FC. It is on Rangers TV. You just can't be in the UK. Use a VPN, my friend. Yeah, I'm surprised. Blue nose. I am surprised at that, but Sterling's been pretty decent so far, and that is a Dundee United corner. Ryan the Dairy putting that out. It's on Rangers TV. That's what I've got it on. Who's your brother, Peter? I've got it on Rangers TV. I just put myself into Germany, and I got it. Mr. Frog Morton, how are we? Oh, Mad Pot, 100% it is. I'll agree with you. We've definitely been missing it. Definitely. Hey! Randall fell in his arse. And there's... Great to see a player putting in a dig. Oh, I know, sure. I love it. I do happen to be abroad temporarily and not getting odd. That's very odd. Watching from Indiana. Come on, the Jers. On yourself, Jim. On the other side, but a football man. What the old Jers back. You just want Rangers back to their winning ways. Right. Corner coming in for United. And that just sailed over the house there. He did say he was neutral. It might be. No, it might be. So we are approaching the 20-minute mark, and it is still 0-0. Oh, Cammy Devlin's just putting in tackles for fun. Shankland. Sterling. It's a Rangers throw. Dujon with the ball in. Taylor, Nadiri. He's just waiting on Taylor getting there and he's not getting back across for it. The Rangers throw. Asgard. Oh, Devlin. Dio. Oh, Dio with a turn. Oh, and he just gives it straight away. Gisama getting across. Nadiri's getting across. Rangers just putting that pressure on. Exactly. Aldo, you're right. It's all it's missing is a goal. I am a neutral to the game. I'm a man, but a Scottish Premiership fan as well. So you're not neutral then. It's on Paramount Plus. There you go. You just heard somebody. Oh, that's shite. I love it. Some of the passes has been shocking, Sean. I will say that. You're right. Ball in. Oh, Nadiri just can't get onto it. Sterling fighting for it. Ferry. Dio. Gonna keep it alive here. Goes back to Godfrey. Knocks that forward. Shankland to fight out wide for it. Where's the foul then, ref? No? He's a goal, Rangers. Come on. Oh, feels good watching Rangers again, but please just give us a goal. Come on. Dujon, Devlin, Godfrey, Dujon. Oh, Dujon goes down. Oh, just communication between Devlin and Godfrey there. Far from awful, trying to play the tempo. Yeah, exactly. Listen, see when you're playing such a high tempo, like we are constantly pressing the ball, and then once we get it, it is just hell for leather towards the goal. There's no slow play here. That's a great ball through for Dundee United. And smashes it over the bar. Not great for me. Have we stopped playing out from the back? Not enjoying this. I can see why you're not enjoying it, Mel. I mean, that's one ball through. Are we touching Ferry? And Saxford is clean through. It's always going to be scrappy once we start getting the tempo of the season. For us getting penalised for the holding, they're getting away with it. Something silly, by the way. That is Nadiri and Shankland being held on to and not being penalised for it. Oh, Nadiri, that's poor, man. You can't even. There's nothing you can say to that. That's just poor. When's this count now then? Because he's just taking a piss here. They're meant to start the count as soon as they've got the ball in their hand. Nick Wilson's just like, nah, I don't care. Is it not time for a Bovril hydration break? This is some poor passing. I've got. The more you watch it, it is so poor. We're trying silly little one touches and just firing it into the feet of folk with no real direction. No wonder we're giving it away. Happens to Shankland all the time and never gets. Yeah, exactly. Ferry puts the ball in. And that's going to be a Rangers goal kick. Well done from Gisama. No, he's not having the greatest at all. I'm sick of watching basketball. CJ, I'm not surprised, my friend. I am not surprised watching this. I think it is a good watch. End-to-end stuff. Rangers will break through soon. We just need that opportunity on goal. Oh, no, this is just not good. Berry again on the wing. Knocks it across here. Well took down by Randall. Puts it. Gassama's done well there to block that. Asgard get out to him. Romans following his man, and he's done so well. Just take your time, mate. Romans, what are you doing? Ah, well done, Cammy Devlin. I think we need a positive, active midfielder that has a good foot and fast. Aye, yep, I agree with you, Keith. Surely that's a foul on Dushon. Dundee United screaming for a foul there, yet he's literally all over him. Good evening, hi Tower. Good evening, Maximus. How are we? I don't have any whiskey, my friend, because I'm driving right after this. The monster will do it. What the money? Oh, Cammy Devlin's been burned there, though. Ferry. Oh, Godfrey's just done so well there against Ferry. And he's giving away a corner, though. Hopefully they beat to him. Hopefully. Sure, you could be right. You could. Right, mate. What did I say? So Randall to put in a ball here. Corner in. Oh, Jesus. Just getting scrappy this game, I'm telling you. I'll be shocked that we can't retain the ball with players like Dio, Asgard, who can't pass the ball to save themselves best of times. I'm not surprised Rangers giving the ball away. It's pretty poor, to be fair. Oh, your ass! He's literally sat and fucking stared at him too. Oh, right, okay, I was like, Friday, mate. Right, okay. No, oh, it's Cammy, one away from a yellow. And well done, well done. Rangers started so well as well, and we've just allowed Dundee United to control everything. The likes of Shanklin, Nadiri, Gassama even haven't been allowed to really get in this game. They've been influenced by the play of Dundee United. We've not really had any opportunity. Dujon still on my ball in here though. Nadiri. Oh, the keeper's had to save it away. Right, Nadiri with the header. The goalie's had to save it past the post. Devlin's the only midfielder trying. Right. To Romans. Puts the ball straight back in. Oh! By that officially gone, then Sky Comms just said that's why Devlin is now wearing 14. So we have a halftime substitution. Martin has been subbed out at halftime for Hamish. So Hamish will take his place and he can host halftime. This is going to be a game where the guys whose characters we question would have to show it. Yeah, that's McKinnon's style. Half hour pressure. If no goals in place for nothing each till half time. Romans recovers that, puts out for another throw in. Clara, hopefully. We need to hope one. It's coming soon. Do you know something, right? I actually had I was like so confused what Charles Dalrymple was on about. I've just noticed a sign that says shite shifters. Fucking brilliant. I know, Jim, I've just noticed that as well. Fucking brilliant. The shite shifters. Is Martin cleaning out the hamster cage? Oh, not a clue. He's oh! Oh my god. Why was Angie allowed that kind of space there? Oh, that's a great replay from Rangers TV there. Just black screen. Asgard puts his arse in the way. Wow. Oh. Aye, Decky, you're right. A bit tight at the back, but just try and up this tempo a wee bit here. Asgard just getting his fucking pocket picked there. Ball forward here. Oh, for fuck's sake. Somebody close that down. Kerry gets another ball forward here. Romans just lets it bounce though. Oh, and Devlin's just in there just to clean that up, but he gives the ball away. Nadiri holds it off, gets it to Shanklin. Why are you giving a free kick there? We've still got the fucking ball. Oh, fuck off, network, man. There was no need to give that free kick there. You tend to need to scrap it until you play football in the league. Listen, we're always going to struggle, I think, the first game or so, but we need to be showing that we're a changed side here because this is the Rangers way. Isn't it going to keep working? I bring him alongside Shanklin. I wouldn't take him off. Excuse me, I wouldn't be taking Shanklin off. Now we play fucking head tennis. Mane puts the ball forward and it's straight to their goalie. Oh, deal with interception. Oh, deal. Asgard. Halo. Oh, going to drop to Kusama. Kusama, do something with it. Romans. Screaming of a handball there. Screaming. This is Murder United got beat by Montrose in the League Cup. Devlin be the best player on the pitch. Yeah, exactly. No, I am Papa Shango. I am on Rangers TV, my friend. Taylor put the ball in again. Makes it into the middle this time. Works his way up to Cammy Devlin. Devlin goes back to Romans. Romans plays it in. Doesn't even beat the first fucking man. And now it's a 2-on-2 here. Oh, and they fucked it as well. Oh, Rangers got away with that. Devlin going forward to Shanklin. Kusama. Kusama rolls his man again. Gives that across to Dujon on the run. Dujon Sterling. Oh, Dujon with the effort there. Just wide of the post. Great wee ball there too. Dylan Tate is a lucky man there. That's a Rangers ball. My son William keeps telling Rangers podcast, Rangers players have no direction, can't pass. What especially players like Dio Asgard can't slow the game down, control it. Yeah, Terry, you're right. You're very much right. How's that not a free kick? Fucking pandered in the pander about there. Tab-esque from Sterling there. Lack of width and creativity is too easy for Dundee United. Yeah, all right, you're right. Jimmy, let's hope someone. Jamie, not the best. Perpetually pocket-picked player. Such a good performance by Rangers so far. Even Gassama and Asgard looking good and working hard. This Agi for United looks a bit tidy. I had to do the dishwasher, which is shit, but it's still part of my job. Yeah, I mean, if it's part of your job, you can't really get away with it, to be fair. Well, 10 minutes to half time, still nothing each year. The Dairy's getting muscled off it a bit too much, but there's also a fair amount of holding and not being dealt with by Nick Walsh, so that doesn't help at all. Can maybe seen the Dairy get took off for Yusuf Chamiti at half time. Gassama, acres of space here, and he just fucks the ball. Runs with it though. He's got space to run into. Gassama puts the ball in the middle. Oh. 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 What do you mean about emptied the missus? The missus away to a hotel, so because we're at a wedding tomorrow. When I am supposed to be currently right now, but I could not let this podcast wait, so I've had to nip to home, did the podcast, and I'm going back to the hotel after this. 1-0 United, says Jim Irvin. That's a spoiler, Jim. Not going to be happy. And it is indeed 1-0 Dundee United. So it is Dundee United 1, Rangers 0. Martin, if you can change that score for me, that'd be appreciated. But that is fucking shocking. Shocking from Rangers there. Absolutely shocking. And it is Dundee United 1, Rangers 0. Just a simple ball across. Nobody deals with it. And we're just able to roll it in. And he's onside. Oh, he's trying to take a touch of the ball and it just makes its way past Panda, who's scrambling across for it. And it is Dundee United 1, Rangers 0. Godfrey got caught out. Panda got caught out. Romans got caught out. We definitely had wingers, but people going on about lack of creativity. Well, that's the players like Dio, Asgard, Gassama are called for. Creative players can't create nothing. Exactly. Yeah, now we need to see what McInnes is made of, I think you're watching the wrong game there, G. Campbell, because Hart's on the playing pal. Coleman's not closing down, and then CB's caught out. It's shocking. Gassama, Asgard. Oh, it's such a shitty goal to concede. Here come Dundee United again. They've got men forward. I knew who on this Rangers home talks was a jinx. Oh. There's just not. Oh. Peyton, you're right. Typical, as soon as I go for a beat, I cry check. It's your fault. You left the room. Now every player's having to chase this year. But Barry, you're right. Same shite, different manager. Oh. Aldo, I don't know, mate. Yeah, I mean, Huckleberry, you're right. There's absolutely zero service up top. Here come Dundee United again, though. Ferry with the ball in. Dundee United actually look more like getting a second goal before we look like getting the first. Dio into Shankland. Nobody's fucking running for it, man. Oh, honestly. Shankland's done well there. Dio puts a ball in. And it's the fucking nobody, man. That's fucking ridiculous from Mohamed Diamande. Jamie Doran, see you later, pal. Off you get. The fact you've become a subscriber to comment that. Carlos Barbosa. We're playing this same fucking ball over the top. There's nobody there. Who are we playing this to? Well done, Dio. We need change at half time from McInnes, 100%. Shankland to Nadiri. Nadiri just leaves it. Nadiri fucking watches it! Jamesy boy, off you go, son. See you later. Aye, we Tom, you're right. Yeah, Ross, I agree with you. Kevin, see you later as well. Shankland, yeah, his pass was dreadful. Romans, fall to Kasama. Kasama to take on his man, this time running into space. He's got acres of it. Jenny, oh, for fuck's sake, Jenny Kasama! How are you still getting a game? Oh. Honestly, man. How is he allowed to start? All over it, man. 1 minute to be added on here. All it wide again for United. Oh, it's going to be just pure to watch now, I'm telling you. Rebecca, you as well. See you later. I think he's made the wrong selection. He's not. Rebecca. Oh, Rebecca, you're away as well. It's piss poor, by the way. Boca, whatever. Sorry, it's not one each, my friend. But a way to go to half time, so it's definitely not one each. He just calls it again 5 or 6 seconds early, but there you go. So it's half time. At half time, it is Rangers 0, Dundee United 1. Derek McKinnon's got a lot of work to do now. I'm not on TikTok, Jack. Not for this game anyway, my friend. So I will shortly be joined by Hamish. As I can hear Martin going mad in the background. Jesus, man. Let's find out who we're joined by. Oh, we just need to wait for Martin to change the screen and we will be good to go. So, Hamish, as soon as he's done that, we'll get you in, my friend. Oh, my God. But was in play for about 10 seconds of that. Exactly, Andy. Aye. Yep. Just going to tell Martin, change the screen. Hamish is in. There we go. Ah, there he is. Old Hamish is on the screen. Well, Ian, I know we're the other way, but you can host this because that was pish. Oh, Hamish can't even hear me too. Oh, lovely. Ian, hello. You might need to mute yourself and unmute yourself, Ian, because I don't know what's going on. So, while Ian works out his technical issues, we will hopefully get him involved because he cannot hear me. But that is just there's a message there from David. Outfought again. It's so true. Nadiri's not been in the game. Some of these players definitely have been very, very poor. McKinnon should put his boots on himself. Brutable. I mean, it's mental. As soon as you can hear me, Ian, let me know.
I can now hear you.
Ah, that's right. How are we, sir?
I'm all right. I remembered what I'd done because I muted everything because I was scared to come out of our suite, so I left everything in and muted it and forgot to unmute it. So yellow card to me. Gonna get a red card, but I have to wait for the second half.
Well, no, because if I can get the red and you can do it, and then I can run away because that was dreadful from Rangers. A ball played in, just left by Ter Robinson. He tries to fight for it. Ball gets played across. Godfrey's missing. Nowhere is Manny Fernandez in that. And then Pandur scrambling across from what was effectively a touch, not even a shot, just a touch to put it in the back of the net. And Dundee United are currently 1-0 up as we go into half-time. Hamish.
Yeah, I mean, ridiculous goal. Spawny as you like goal. He's not like he's not going to shoot there. He's put a foot out to get a touch to try and control it, to get a shot off, and it's squeezed its way into the corner to let them go 1-0 up. But they have, for the grand scheme of things, that was only their first shot on target. But for the grand scheme of things, they have been the team that have looked the more likely, even though they've only had the one shot on target. And again, it just smacks of Rangers of last season. First 10, 15 minutes, absolutely fine. Okay, looks like we've got something going on here. Oh, look, it hasn't happened for us. Let's shrink back into our shells and let the other lot come back in. And that's the story of that first half.
I mean, there's been absolutely nothing up top for Rangers whatsoever. We've not seen Shankland, Nadiri. We've seen a little bit of Taylor Asgard, but it's just so poor. up front for Rangers. There just seems to be no connection whatsoever, and I don't know what Derek McInnes does, Ian, to fix that in the second half.
Well, you need to change something in the midfield. That's not working. Devlin's the only one with any real endeavour in that midfield, winning the ball back. I'm like you. I think you said it in that first half. He had one challenge where he thought he's going to get booked right now. This is it. He's getting booked, but he didn't.
Yep.
But it won't be long for he is. But there's something in that midfield's not right. It's not working. I think you probably need to move Asgard inside a little bit, playing that 10, and bring out someone else out the wide and take. I don't know. Dale's had moments in the first half, but nothing spectacular. I quite happily take Gassama off now and play with a 10, to be honest. But it's just there's something in that middle's not working. Maybe our good Uncle Vanya can come on and save the day on his debut and make it a good debut performance. But this, like you said, there's something missing, and it's putting the defence on edge because they don't look anything like they did when they played St Etienne the other day and West Ham. They don't look as strong as they did. It's a little worrying for that first half performance. And I know it's only 45 minutes into a new season, but it is a worry.
I mean, one of the biggest issues for me in that first half, he started off pretty bright. He put in a few good touches. He put a ball in the middle, fought for a ball, but Jerry Gassama, I don't know what Derek McInnes sees in him. He had a great opportunity near the end of that half, a 1-0 down, bursts in the middle, gets himself in a good bit of space, and then just shanks it out, almost goes out for a throw-in. He's just offering nothing. The players know exactly what to do. Double up on him because he's going to go nowhere. And then just, if they get him to the corner, ultimately he's going to punt it out for a goal kick. I will say, G. Paul, thank you very much for that £2 super chat, my friend. Next time, put a wee message in and we will get that read out for you. But you've just got to look at it and think, what does Derek McInnes do? Does he bring on Vanya, like you said? Does he bring on Yusuf Chamiti? Does he change the formation? I wonder, is it a case of that we have to maybe take off Dio and Gassama and change the formation, change the shape? People are saying that we can maybe look at Finlay Curtis as well. For me, though, this is a game where he gets muscled off the ball, and I don't think he actually is very useful in this game.
For me, McInnes has said it himself, the only striker that he's got that can create something by himself is Chamiti, and we're going to need that. So, Nadiri hasn't pulled up any trees in that first half. I mean, I won't say Shanklin hasn't either. One near post flick, which nearly went in. Nadiri's had a header that could have gone in. But Nadiri's hold up play has been awful, absolutely awful. And you know that Chamiti can do that as well and bring others into it. So I think that could be a change that you would do. Go to a 4-4-2. And even if you have to do sort of a 4-4-2 in one way and then 4-4-1-1 go in another way. Gassama, for me, I'd take him off. But what have you got on the bench? The only one you really take him off for a wide man is Curtis. And the thing is, you say he's going to get muscled off the ball.
Yep.
That could be every game in Scotland. And he did it for 10 months. So if he's got to come out and got to prove himself at some point. So I would be tempted to go there. But other than that, I can't see where the creative spark is at the minute. And I've been all for this whole make us rock solid first and then get the creative bit going. But how long can we go into a season? I know it's, again, 45 minutes in and things could change. Yeah. But how long can we go into a season going, right, let's be solid and get the creative stuff in towards the end of the window? Because it could be done and dusted by the end of September. We keep doing that.
I mean, it's Russell Martin 2.0, by the looks of it right now. We are just not looking like we're even likely to get a goal.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it is. I'm going to say it is, right? But for me, though, there's a massive issue and a massive weakness right now. And I don't know why, because for me, it's one of our better areas. But that back line is struggling, Dougal. They're just struggling. I mean, Ferry has had ample opportunity to just put ball after ball after ball in. He knows that Dujon Sterling's going to be going forward. As soon as he goes forward, he nicks into that space and he's getting an opportunity to put it in. Same as Robbins on the other side. Randall is having a field day as well. Why are we just not being so tight on the back line that we're just letting folk dictate that play for us?
The one thing that I spot that through that first half, down Sterling's side every time. Yep. Every time they're caught out there. So then Godfrey's got to shuffle over, which means Manny's got to shuffle over, which means Romans has got to shuffle over, and then Sama's not covering Roman's space. So we are wide open on both sides, really, if that happens. And they've used that, and they've got in a couple of times. I mean, I think it was a superb challenge from Manny that stopped them going 1-0 up early doors.
Mm-hmm.
And that sort of problem, they know that's happening with Sterling caught upfield. It makes the rest of the defence look terrible. I would say Manny's been a little bit all over the place. Romans has had a couple of decent tackles, but again, he's not the Romans that we saw last year. And Godfrey again shaky, but only time I can improve. But they've just got to sort out that side that Sterling's on, because it is down his side and getting caught all the time.
Yeah, I mean, we're constantly getting caught. Can you maybe see Dennis McInnes making a change, taking off Dujon Sterling, maybe bringing on McCrory, and getting him as a start here, because we are definitely getting caught out on this side. We were getting caught out, and it was James Tavernier, and we thought, right, Dujon Sterling's the man to cover that, and it's Tav 2.0 right now. But you've got to hope that Derek McInnes is scribbling away. He's got to respond, and it's got to be quick. He can't wait about.
That's the one thing you can give McInnes, is that if he sees a problem, he changes it. I think you saw that last year playing against us at Tynecastle, where we were kind of all over him in that first half. Yep. And then he just tweaked it a little bit. We didn't respond to it, and by the time we did, it was too late, and he was 2-0 up and away. So he has got that in his arsenal to do. So hopefully he does see that. I mean, Sterling, when he came in, told us that he does like to get forward, but defending's his favourite thing to do. So let's try and do that. I don't think you'll see a change in the back four. I think you'll see the change further forward. You could potentially probably the only one I wouldn't bring in right now is Dan Deal, but Dragijevic or Chukwuani. I did well there, because that's the first time I've actually tried to pronounce his name. Could come in, steal up that midfield a little bit, but then there'll be no pace to go anywhere. And I think Chamiti's the definite change for me for Nadiri. That's the one I expect to see at the start of the second half.
I do think that we need to be seeing, for me, Dragijevic, Chukwuami, definitely. Maybe we'll have to sacrifice, Gassam on the wing, but we definitely maybe have to take off Nadiri and put on Chamiti. G. Paul, thank you very much for that £4 super chat, my friend. You need to put in a message, my friend, because you're not putting them in. So get a message in and we will get that read out. But thank you very much. I
think that's a super sticker. So if you're seeing that on YouTube, it's a super sticker.
It is a super sticker. See, I don't know the super stickers. I usually wait for the super chat, but there you go. I definitely do agree with you, though. Derek McInnes does not like to hang about. He will make changes, but he needs to do it quick, because the longer that we sit here 1-0 down, the easier it's going to be for Dundee United just to try and shut up shop, put men behind the ball, and either get that second goal and kill the game off, or just sit with a low block and not let Rangers get anywhere close to the goal.
Yeah, that's what Goodwin's good at. He did it last season. To be fair to Goodwin, he didn't just do it to us last season, he did it to them as well.
Yeah.
He can do the smash and grab nice and easy. I know a lot of people say, but they've struggled against Arbroath, they struggled against Montrose and all the rest of it. No disrespect to those two teams, but they are not Rangers. And Goodwin will change the way that he does things against us, because they're not backward and coming forward on the fact that he is a Celtic fan. So to get a win over us is massive for him. So he'll do all he can. And the same way that when McInnes was at Hearts, no doubt he loved getting a result against Celtic. So we've got to play. McInnes has got to do what McInnes does and just get him to dig in, get back into it, get a goal early doors, and then just go for it.
I fully agree with you. We have got the players that are capable of getting a goal. Yes, you can't put it down to first game of the season jitters, but that's what pre-season's for. You need to be getting all that out your system straight away, and just show that we are going to be here, because what's going to happen, Dougal, is we've got games coming up thick and fast now. We've got European qualifiers, and we've got games in the league coming up. We cannot afford to slip up and then say we'll build on it, because we've got Jagiellonia. I'm going to call them. I'm not even going to try and pronounce the second name of the second part of the team, but we've got them on the 6th. Then we're at home to Hibs, away again, and then we have St Mirren in a double header, first in the cup and then in the league. So
no, we don't.
What do you mean no, we don't? I'm looking at it right now.
21st.
I was cancelled. Sorry, it was cancelled. Shut up. right? But you look at that games there. There's not an easy game coming up. There's not easy games coming up for Rangers, and we can't afford to slip up at any point. Never mind the first game of the season, because all it's going to do is allow every team around us to go just to get that bit of motivation, that bit of steam, and start pulling away. And it makes it even harder for us to try and catch up.
But then we've not won an opening game of the season since Gerrard against Livingston at home. I think Hadji scored, and I think it was Arfield got the second one. But we have been notoriously bad at opening day victories. Even when we first came back up, we played Hamilton at home on the first game of the season and drew one each at home. So it is a tough thing recently for us to do, and it's playing catch up from day one. So we've got to go out there. We've got to get a point's no good to us either. Go out there, get the two. It is only half time. They've scored one in one half. You can score 2, 3, 4 in another half. We have to get 1, 2. If we can get 2 in the second half quick doors, Dundee United have got to come out, and then maybe we can put them to the sword a little bit. But they're going to need some changes. I'm seeing in the chat that Chimiti's coming on and Dan Neil is coming on.
They are coming on. The players are coming out. Before I let you go, though, I just want to ask how easily are Rangers going to adapt to stop playing this long ball? Because that seemed to be the way to play in the first half, was just try and punt it forward to Nadiri, punt it forward to Shankland, try and hold it up. It just was not working. Can Rangers adapt to it in the second half and stop playing that kind of ball?
In this, that you have to play on the floor and get around the big guys. So they're going to eat that stuff up. So that's not the way to do it. Get on the floor, play around them. They have to adapt, because if they don't, this game could get away from them really, really quickly.
It definitely can. Well, Dougal, as we are coming out for the second half, I'm going to let you go, my friend. Thank you very much for joining me at half time. I don't know if you're on at the full time, but if you are, we'll see you then. If not, thank you very much, sir.
We'll just see what happens. I might see
you
later.
We will. Right, mate. Catch you later. Thank you very much. And we'll wait for Martin to throw us back to other screens. But we have got 2 changes coming up for Rangers. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. So there you go. We are back to the solo viewing again, as the players are already out. Went on Dundee coming out. Look, Martin's so much better. By the way, that tiny clock was sitting waiting at half time, and I'm sitting here out. By the time I come back, it's already at the 63rd minute. Martin's on it. So Dan Neil and Yusuf Chermiti coming on straight away. I'm going to say it's probably for Ryan Nadiri. The other player, not too sure. Shankland isn't getting supplied. Terry, I agree with you. He's not getting supplied at all. Not at all. But we just need to hope that we get that supply going between him and Chermiti. But Dan Neil is on, and so is Yusuf Chermiti. So, Jerry Gassama and Ryan Nadiri, I think. So that's the changes we need. Massive 45, Aldo. Massive. We just need to be getting in here. Yeah, so it looks like it was Gassama and it was Nadiri. It looks like Asgard is playing on the other wing now. Hoofballs works if you can win the first and second. But it does, aye. And I did hear that there's going to be more, and we have kicked off for the second half. Just in case there's a lack, I am bang on with that clock, so I am at 45:10, so we are good. The 2 diddies are off. Jesus. Oh, fucking. Diamande was just a massively punted forward ball there. Good changes, Neil, stable. Yeah, exactly. I think it's good changes. Getting that 2 strikers up top. Just need to make sure it actually works. Pander puts the ball forward here. That's a Rangers ball. Oh, no, it's a Dundee United ball. By the end of the window, we'll have signed at least 9 or 10 players. That's a shambles. I don't think that's a shambles at all, to be fair. We need to sign players. Finlay Curtis hiding behind there. Giving all can see me do. No, just Shahid. Yusuf just chasing everything down. Shankland needs to win this. The man behind him. Never a free kick, man. Ah, there you go. Daniel's first involvement, and it's a straight booking. Oh, well done, Nick Walsh. Well done. It's his first fucking tackle day. And he's like, nope, there's your yellow card. Oh, just that's what you get from Nick Walsh, though. Literally, he's on for a minute and a half, and he's like, there's your first booking, son. Your first tackle, I'm booking you for it. Dan Neil will be sent off by the 60th minute, and Rangers to play with 10 men. Ferry just allowed to skip past Dujon, and it's cleared out. Oh, honestly, it's a shambles, by the way. Yeah, Daniel will get sent off, I'm telling you. Ferry just allowed to take all the time he wants here. Right, ball in. We just need to watch what they're doing here. Nice and Pander. He's going to get us forward. Don't say it. I'm telling you. Just watch. Out wide to Romans. Romans to Neil. Oh. Devlin getting involved here. Chimeti to get us going here. Gives it to Dio. Dio to Asgard. Asgard's done well to keep this in play. A slap pass, but he's done well. Romans. It's going to be a Rangers corner. It is now. Rangers just need to try and get a goal here. 48 on the clock. Who's mistaking it? Gary. Right, Taylor. Ball in here. Chimeti. Chimeti. Oh. Chimeti had a good few bites of the cherry there. Couldn't get it. Romans puts a ball in quickly here. And it's going to go out for another Rangers corner. Rangers are putting the pressure on already. Asgard, Diamond, and Adiri, not good enough for a shot or Europe. We're trying, Stephen, we are. Right, Taylor again. Needs a good delivery here. Good ball from Taylor. It's going to go out for another Rangers corner. Randall clears it away. Oh, Tate, sorry, clears it away. Plays it quick. Daniel plays it in the middle. Oh, man, he just could not get the power on that there. Could not capitalise on that. He just could not put the power on that there. Great bit of space as well. He has to be scoring that. Pander does well. Shanklin just getting stopped there. Rangers just putting all the tempo on. Rangers just all the pressure now. Taylor. Taylor Asgard. Oh, what a save. That's a great save. But starting to show a bit more fucking tempo now. Great bit of play. We're seeing a lot better. Great save, by the way. Great save. Right, Taylor with another corner. Good ball in. He didn't beat the first man here. Devlin goes all the way back to Pander. Asgard. Manny. Why is Manny that fucking far forward? Now we're going to get caught in the break here. Oh. Aye. That was definitely straight at the goal, I think. Olympic Maniac. Oh! Dio! How has Dio missed that? Oh! Dio, how do you miss that? Is it locked down? Off you go. See you later. There's definitely not been a goal. Dakota, there's not been a goal, so don't you worry about it, my friend. It's offside. I don't know how they're blocking them. Yes, we're offside, but oh my God. Romans looking a lot better the second half. Chimity on the chase here. This time, there's no offside flag. Olympic Maniac, it was a false comment. I don't see how that's not a Rangers corner. How's that a goal kick? He's punted after Dundee United, boy. Oh, give it a time wasting there. He went down, held the seat, and then realised, oh, I'm not getting nothing for that, so just get straight back up. Oh, he shouldn't be offside, by the way. Shouldn't be. Watching with no commentary. Foxy, I've been there. I know you should learn to keep moving forward. That's what today, aye. There wasn't any goal offside. Fish. The ball was offside from Yusuf Chimity. I don't think it came off Chimity, but all right. Right, how long are they getting to take with these throw-ins, by the way? He keeps throwing a hand up well after they've started running with the ball. Amanda's away here. That's surely a yellow card. You should fucking think so as well. Literally holding a life at him too. All right, Fish, don't worry. Svelge, that's just typical. You take one for the team with that. You never get commentary. It's shite. Shankland, Devlin, Sterling, Godfrey. Hi, Jim, exactly. No, Jamie, Rangers definitely have not scored. That's how you can see right below me. It says Dundee United 1, Rangers 0. There's John with the ball forward here. Asgard just caught in his toes there. Great from Dujon. Shankland. Asgard. Taylor. Yes! Taylor! What a goal that is from Taylor Asgard! And it's Rangers 1, Dundee United 1. What a great goal that is, by the way. Come on. What a goal. That all comes from Lawrence Shankland there. The wee knock on to Taylor Asgard. One touch to get it round. Bang! Back in the net. Game back on. It's been a great 9 minutes here from Rangers. All the work there from Shankland. Taylor just goes bang, settles himself right in the corner too. What a goal that is. And Rangers are underway. Aldo, you've got I am behind, like the stream is behind We haven't managed to get it. So it's not. So the spoilers weren't there. Don't worry. Do not worry, my friend. But what a goal that is, by the way. Aye, Taylor Asgard needs to be in the centre. And VAR is not looking at it. No spoilers, I can guarantee you that. I was watching the comments as it came in, and it wasn't even one by the time we'd scored. I've not seen many comments in the chat now about other folk, you know. It's a bit weird, that. Just a bizarre one. But Rangers need to keep going now. Oh, that's a slap pass, that is. And that is going to be a corner. Ben Godfrey having to recover there. There was no spoilers. 100% I can guarantee there was no spoilers. It would be allowed, by the way. Look, it would be. All in here for United. Edge of the box. Oh. KV, we need that second one. It's going to Dundee United, does it, for everyone? Rangers just need to switch on here. Oh, Manny. Romans has managed to bail him out there, but what is Manny Fernandez doing, man? We just need to get another goal here. Aye, Fernandez very lucky, by the way. Again, though, we've scored and we're starting to sit back. Ross, I don't think he's a passenger at all. With Dio and Manny off, we can win this. Manny's on. You mean? My God, man. What are we doing here? Everybody's panicking with the ball at their feet there. Romans has done well. Rangers ball. Love it. Love it. Ferry down, complaining he's hurt. Well, that's not good if he's holding his hammock. Right, well, Ferry, you'll need to go off for 60 seconds, my friend. Oh, no, you don't want treatment of that. Oh, I wonder why. I wonder why. So where's he complaining the foul is? Ah, shut up. Aye, Fernandez is definitely a bit of a bomb scare so far. Theo. Oh, unlucky. Out for a Rangers throw. Hala Madrid. Into the Drago. Why is Lawrence Shanklin taking the throw in? What the fuck? I suppose he did take long throw ins for Hearts. Very good at them. Treat it like a corner here. Shanklin with the throw in. And he's just absolutely fucked that up. What? Oh my God, man. He's absolutely let that slip. There he is. First goal of the season in the 56 league title. That was such a poor throw, by the way. No, it's never getting policed in it. Still waiting for a throw in here. When it's coming. Neil, let's hope so. Ross McCrory coming on. Ben Godfrey off, Ross McCrory on. So either Dujon's going centre back or McCrory is. Sterling going to centre back, McCrory going right back. I don't think Godfrey was the one that has to come off there. I think it's Manny Fernandez. I think he might be injured. He's gone straight down the tunnel. He was holding his hammy, to be fair. And I said that before we got him. That he was injury prone and it'd be a risk. And he's played good the first couple of games, but he's now holding his hammy after the first 60 minutes of the season. McCrory taking us forward here. Dio just falls on his arse. Buys a free kick there. Daniel, Romans, Asgard, Manny. I think Godfrey's picked up a knock. I think he was holding his hammy. Shankland, McCrory, Diamande, McCrory. Right, we're waiting on Jeff Stelling on the sidelines to give us an update. What's the crack here, Jeff? It does definitely look gutted. Berry with a throw here. Manny. Asgard. Devlin. Dio to Devlin. Dio. Daniel. Oh, that was cheeky. Rangers corner. So it's been even possession, 17 shots, 6 on target for Rangers, 8 shots, 1 on target for United. Jeff here, he's fucked. Jesus. Since he went off, Cassie, he has definitely been injury prone. Has the ball made contact with our captain Seed yet in this game? I don't think so. Right, Asgard with the ball in. Oh! Asgard. Ball in again. Oh! Straight to the goalkeeper. Devlin getting across for it though. Great from Devlin. 65 gone. 1 each here. Rangers need to step up again and get this goal. Ball in here from United. Ferry puts a ball in. Cleared away by Fernandez. Only edge of the box though. McCrory across to this. Oh, he's played it right to the man in the middle. Oof. Dio caught it again. Oh, come on, fuck, man. How long did he get with these fucking throw-ins? Honestly. Are we just waiting? 5 seconds it's supposed to fucking be. I've not seen him put the hand up once for a Dundee United throw. Fucking hell. Chermiti. Chermiti's giving chase here. Oh! How's that not a free kick for... What? Ah, you're a horse, man. Romans has done well. He's fighting for it, though. Yeah, come on. But the other way, it's not a free kick. Oh. Gets the ball there. Ah, right. Fair enough. I'll hold my hands up. Fair my hands up. That's a foul from Romans. Free kick whipped in here. Pander. Ajay. McCrory. It's all right. It's all right. Dio's on it. Oh, I love how quick he's getting a hand up for the when it's Rangers, though. There you go. Ross, throw the fucking ball, son. Wow. Dio, who the fuck is that going to there? Oh, Charles Robbins is all that just to give them a fucking goal kick. I can't believe it either, guy. I cannot believe Dio's still on. Maybe I don't know. Graham, it's shocking, mate. Godfrey's back, but he is limping. Devlin out wide to Dio. Dio cuts in to Dan Neil. Dan Neil, but oh, for fuck's sake, Dan. McCrory's done well, though. He's fought for it. Shankland, Dan Neil, Chermiti, Shankland. Oh, one has hit the ball. Oh, how's that not a Rangers free kick? Dio Mandy has been cleared out. Oh, yeah, fuck off. Fuck off. Oh. Dio gets cleared the fuck out. Not a foul. Not a foul there. And then fucking, oh. Mark, off you pop, my friend. Name my friend, off you pop. There you get. See you later. Christopher Fuentes on. And it's going to be a corner on it at Dundee United. Jim, it is very much a hard watch, my friend. 71.5 minutes gone. Struggling to see what we're going to come up with here. Ball in. Back post. Acres of space. McCrory puts it out and it's offside. Or a push. Yeah, I do think that Curtis would be good. Come on. Mr. Graham, exactly, mate. Don't get it. No pace whatsoever. McCrory's just a fucking afraid to go forward. You better play here. McCrory. There's just such a fear to go forward here. Daniel, Devlin, Theo. Rangers corner again. This is becoming a hard watch. Taylor to put in the corner here. Taylor, ball in. Dangerous position. Oh. Back out to... Nope, it's not going to make its way to Asgard. Tower Romans is going to pick it up, though. And he's going to go all the way back to Ivor Panda instead of got Cammy Devlin. Tower Romans. Daniel. Devlin. Dujon. Dio. Dujon. McCrory. Panda. Love to see it. Chimity onto this. He's just not going to win it. I don't see Spider, but I don't see a 2-1, a 3-1 happening. I've not seen it, Aldo. I've not seen it yet. I mean, how long are we getting here? Send it back to Lot Lomond. Fair ball there, but Rangers have capitalised on it. Devlin, Shanklin. Oh, Chimity's just nowhere near that. Surely that's offside. I was waiting if I could say. See this again. Randall's onside. Randall's been adjudged to be offside there, and he's in his own half. Time is definitely running out here. The players were too busy sunbathing at both parties in Portugal training camp. They should have been training away. Mitch Soto, what a name, what a man, Mitch Soto. 13 minutes or so to go. Macania, sorry. Devlin's just been absolutely took out there and no foul. And then Sterling takes out his man. But the foul on fucking Cammy Devlin was allowed to go. Ball put in, deep free kick, makes his way to the back post. Dundee United appealing for a penalty here. Head tennis right now from Rangers here. Asgard gets it forward to Yusuf Chamiti. Chamiti plays that forward to Shankland. Oh, that's not a Dundee United free kick. That's great from Ross McCrory, though. Devlin just slowing us down here. That was a pick out and a half from Yusuf Chamiti to Lawrence Shankland. He just could not get the shot away, but that was a phenomenal pass across to him. Here's John out wide to McCrory. McCrory to swing one in here. That's good! Oh! Change what? Rasto, change what? What am I changing here? Are you on about Derek McInnes and I'm just being an arsehole? Because if you are, I can only apologise. I'm an arsehole anyway, so it's fine. Not a foul on Yusuf Chamiti either, by the way. McCrory. Devlin. McCrory. Oh, the cards are flying for Rangers players now, by the way. Oh. Oh. And the cutter's ready to come on. Can we see anything here from Finlay Curtis? Finlay finally coming on here. Oh, Dan Neil just can't take that away. Yes, from Fish that we're getting Finlay on. Found a cold beer. So this Cammy Devlin off and Finlay Curtis on. So we've gone for it here. I don't think you take off Cammy Devlin. I think you take off Mohamed Diamande. Panda with the ball forward here. Plays it long. I don't know why you take Devlin off. Oh, fucking. That's just embarrassing for Manny Fernandez, man. Oh. About 8 to go here. Romans is on to this, though. Was it to Taylor Asgard? Asgard back to Romans. Romans puts a ball in here. It's going to make it all the way back to Ross McCrory. Does it make it? Finley's going to get beat to this by Ferry. Puts in a great tackle, though. A recovery tackle, but then loses the ball again. And we need to cover here. Look at the space. Oh, that's a blunder. We got away with that, by the way. Oh, my God. How did Randall mess that up so bad there? Rangers got away with that one. Oh, my God. Why, man, he's cutting inside there, though. There's no need. Jesus Christ. Crowley. Dan Neil. Shankland. Dan Neil. Oh, oh. Send Fernandez to League One, please. Man, he wasn't even paying attention. He's just ball watching. I couldn't someone tell McCrory's a football player. 84 and a half gone here. Halo Asgard to put in the free kick here. Soapy Fernandez. For fuck's sake. Taylor puts this into a dangerous area. They've given a goal kick. Yeah, it comes off McCrory. Oh, so about 5 to go. Have Rangers got anything to get another goal? Because I'm the same as Aldo. I'm not convinced. You hope so, Cassie. You have to hope so. Oh, so Aldo. So excited for it. And I'm like, why the fuck did I come home for this? Dujon plays the ball forward. Great switch. Asgard to Chimiti, and Chimiti just gives it straight back to Dundee United defender and breaks it up for Rangers here. Well done, McCrory. Great cover. Great cover. Oh, he's just lost control of it. And Neil, that's still a free kick, and it is. Oh, gee. I mean, listen, see when you read some of the comments, by the way, that you still get to see can get it away. It's just comical. It really is. The comedy is just unbelievable. So many comedians that have to subscribe to the channel to talk. It's baffling, man. Baffling. You have to subscribe to the channel for at least 10 minutes. Yeah, it's always going to be a hard one. I did say that at the start. Against Dundee United, it was always going to be a hard one, but we just need that goal. The comment gets taken away, my friend. And Yusuf Chamiti is offside there. Shite shifters need to clear the shite half the park. I swear to God, after this, people will say Manny played well. No, Manny's not played well at all. Chamiti. Yusuf Chamiti, oh! Shanklin was wide open there. Romans puts the ball in, and that's going to be a Rangers corner. Nope, goal kick. You pass that to Lawrence Shanklin, man. He's in fucking acres of space. Now, Mr. Graham, I get your comment, right? But there's so many players in here that should be showing an impact and we're getting nothing for it. He'll get a beat to that here, and we're now on the counter here. Right, catch you later. Three minutes. Oh. Alex St. Martin make this last. Paul, early days, Bears were like, listen, Paul, you might be right because this is shocking. No, we don't have sub chat only, but you've got to subscribe for 10 minutes to be able to chat. Just going to let it go to play, then we're going to keep it in. Oh. Oh, well, LS, I don't know then, my friend. I don't know. Could be a winner here for Dundee United to go forward. Oh. CJ, we can't be, man. Shocking. Committee bombing us forward here, and he just gets fucking out-muscled off the ball. Dio's got it, though. Dio's got it. He's been fouled to fuck. And he's giving a goal kick. Are you fucking joking? How is that a goal kick? Wow. Nah. Wow. Wow. That's a corner. Well, there's the full-time whistle. And it finishes Rangers 1, Dundee United 1 after just an absolute shambolic end to the game. Oh my God, this is just going to be fun. I'd like to thank you very much for watching the watch along with myself. It has been great. Now we've got to look forward to our European qualifiers. We need players in. We need wingers. 100% we do. Martin and Mark will be taking you through the halftime reaction. I don't know why we watch it, but I will say that once the guys get in, thank you very much for joining me. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so baffled by that's our first start to the season. Where do we go from here? I don't know. I really don't. I will stay with you until Martin and Mark are ready. As soon as the guys are in, we will get them on. But that is just shocking. I honestly don't know why some of these players managed to stay on. But I want to thank you very much for joining me today. It has been a pleasure. And I will pass you over to Martin. Oh, no, I'm getting dealt. No, yet. Right. But see, to be fair, before I go, I want to say that I do appreciate everybody watching that, but that was shambolic. It really was. Derek McInnes needs to get players in that actually can play on the wing and actually get us forward. And I agree with Nelly there that it feels like a defeat. The full-time reaction is coming. Do not worry about that. We are getting ready for it. Thank you very much, Nelly. You just... where do you go from there? Honestly, where do you go? Because I'm sitting looking at the two boys in the background. They look as defeated as I am. And I'm the one having to do the talking here. Just shocking. Honestly, it's... Derek McInnes has got some players in there that are definitely good enough to get us over the line, but there's definitely players that aren't. Jerry Gassama, Diomande didn't have the greatest of game. You've got Manny Fernandez had an absolute shocker. I thought Godfrey going off injured also isn't going to help you, but we need to be seeing a massive improvement from Derek McInnes and his players going into the European qualifiers and the rest of it. Dan Neil, I think he was took out of the game with the early booking. I think as soon as he got that early booking, he just what's that called? Is there a framed jersey behind the one? Yeah, there's a framed jersey there, and then I've got a signed top there that I need to get framed, but there is two tops there that are signed. Even in singing, there was some poor performances. Ryan Nadiri as well. I see that there. There's a few. So Asgard's definitely man of the match for me. Dio was shocking though. I don't see how some of these players get to play on. I think they're becoming squad fillers. They're there because we don't have people on. But it's just about waiting until these players actually show some commitment. 12 points behind by Halloween. I wouldn't be surprised. There was a great opportunity for Shanklin to show something and didn't manage it. But I think that is us ready to pass over to Martin and Mark. So thank you very much for joining me. And I'll let the guys take over.
I've just realised that I was on mute when I started there, so apologies. Hello everybody, welcome along to your post-match reaction. Here on the Rangers Rabble Podcast, Dundee United 1, Rangers 1. Drop points in the first game of the season. I am joined tonight by Mark. Mark, how are you? Yeah, look, right. I don't want. I'm not right, and I don't want to sound like a cheerleader or anything like that, right? But what I will say is, it's the first game of the season. There's a few new players in there. I think we're unlucky with the Dundee United goal, Mark, in terms of it's a fluke for them and how they get it. I don't think we were necessarily as bad as what I think we were, but at the end of the day, we dropped points in the first game of the season, and it feels a bit like Groundhog Day.
I say I'm disappointed, obviously, but I mean it's the first game. We've got 37 to go, but we need to see massive improvements if we're gonna mount any sort of serious challenge this season.
Yeah, Mark wasn't muted. That was my fault that you couldn't hear Mark. So apologies. You can now hear him. That was my fault. So Mark, yeah, I'll come back to you again just on what we spoke about there because nobody could hear what you were saying. Just give me a quick summation of what you felt like during that 90 minutes. Are we sitting here and are we going to give it the it's all over already? First game of the season, everything's went to pot, we've dropped points. Derek McInnes is useless. The new players that he's brought in, they're all absolutely useless. Or are we taking stock and going difficult away game to start the season? We played okay. You could see signs that, for me, yep, I can see signs of some good. I can see a lot of signs of some bad. But it's the first game of the season, don't panic. Or are you on the full-fledged, it's all over? What's the point?
No, I don't think I'm that far over. Obviously, it's a immediate reaction, so I'm kind of really pissed with the result. I think, obviously, I want us to win every single game that we play, so I'm expecting us to win. I don't care what season it is, but I think, like you say, there's new players in. There's some players that still need to go out as well, I think, and we need to get some width in that team. Like I was saying, I think the team selection kind of shows you that we're lacking wide players. If he's going to play with width, we need to have wingers. I think that was a massive miss tonight, but some of the players are blending in. But like some of these boys that are in this squad and started, I don't think they're going to be playing for us going forward. So I'm disappointed because we've dropped points already, but it's definitely not over. But it's another season where we start on the back foot. So that's probably my biggest takeaway is that we've done it again, that we're starting on the back foot, but it's not over, but it's massively disappointing.
I will just say a big, massive thank you to, wait a minute, where are we? Andrew Mark TV, who has become a sponsorship tier member. Thank you very much, Andrew. Thank you for the support. Time for Purdy to go, is Jason's comment. I'm joined tonight by, well, I can't read that out, Spinning, as you quite rightly know. What went wrong tonight then, Mark? The first half, look, I think both teams were relatively poor. I've seen some decent signs in this Rangers team that we're going to have a bit more fight, a bit more dig. Cammy Devlin kind of stood out a little bit in the first half as putting the tackles in, but there was a real lack of quality, Mark.
Yeah, that's what I think. It was a lack of quality. There is frantic. It was frantic to me is what I thought the first 20, 30 minutes was a bit all over the place. It was back and forward. There was no control. We had no control in the game. I I do like that the players are up for it and they're throwing themselves into challenges and stuff like that. But we need a bit more control and a little bit more quality. It'll get better when the boys play together. The more games we play, but I think that's for me the most disappointing thing. We didn't really get a grip of that game. The goal that they scored was really weak, like you said. It was such a lucky, spawny goal, but we should be defending that better. It shouldn't even get to that stage. There's a few poor defensive. Fernandez was quite poor, I think, tonight, so that was disappointing for me. He seemed to be switched off, so I think there's a few areas we need to improve. Godfrey, I don't know, it looked like he came off with an injury possibly, so there's a few things already that are starting to unravel, so I think we need to get some quality reinforcements in the next couple of weeks, otherwise we're going to be fighting an uphill battle the whole season.
Right, if you bear with me, I can see him in the background, I just can't for some reason get him in, but I'm trying my best here. This isn't going to look right, but I don't care because it's one of those nights. Kenny, before I bring you in, mate, I'm just going to make sure that everybody can hear you. How are you?
Aye, I'm wee bit of the same old, I think. For what I did catch, had a few things today, so I missed the kind of start. I got the most of the second half, whether it be my phone or in the house. But what is it with us not buying overlapping wingers? And what is it with bringing players in that sometimes look a wee bit shaky? I think Dan Neil didn't cover himself in any glory. I know he'll come on, obviously as a substitute, but I just think we look nervy again, and I think that I was hoping we were going to see some, as he was said when he was hiring the players, that there were characters coming in that could handle that kind of situation. But we looked as if we lacked an identity. It looked as if there was no width at all, and also sometimes try and cute one-touch passes round the corner that was never on, which was a bit of a drama for me for what I caught of it, and I just don't think when we were coming into the latter stages of the game where we really needed to nick it 2-1 that we had that imagination. Now, for a team that's just went and spent all that money on their players, well, you're right, Mark, it will take a wee bit of time before we all gel. I get that. It's just frustrating. Listen, we've no lost the game, right? So that's a bonus. We need to take consideration of that. But I don't see where that goal was going to come from. It was always a case of the wrong pass at the wrong time in the last third, and I'm kind of fed up seeing that. I thought we got the Shanklins and the Chirmities, and for me, he's trying his best with Nadiri. He is. That's why he's starting. He's trying his best to see. But unless you've got a really, really good team feeding that area, it doesn't matter who you have up there. Because the chances Shanklin was getting, the chances Chirmity getting, chances Nadiri's getting, they're half-arsed chances. They're not clear-cut. And when they do get it, we're hoping they're going to bury that little bit of magic. But there's no consistency to get it to the final third. And if you've not got that in the wings and you've not got that in the central part of the park, we're going to come up against that. Now, you're going to hit better teams than that. And that's where I worry. I hope Mark's right and we bring players in and everything starts to be hunky-dory. But it didn't fill us full of confidence, really, did it?
What was the sort of biggest? See, this is the worry, Kenny. Right, as I said to Mark when we first started, it'd be very, very easy for us to come on here after that, right, Kenny, and go, that's it, game's done. Sack McInnes. The players that we brought in are absolutely useless, and everything's gone to pot. Right, that would be the easiest thing for us to come on here and do, Kenny. Right, but in all seriousness, for you, where did it go wrong tonight? Was it a case of, did you see enough in the performance where you could look and go, right, well, I can see what Derek McInnes wants to do. I can see that the players that he's brought in, what they want to do. It's maybe just still a wee bit too early in the season. If we think back to when Ange came into Celtic, we were ridiculing him the first 4, 5, 6 games. He went on to do what he could do. So is it all doom and gloom, Kenny, or can you see what McInnes is trying to do?
Well, being a Rangers fan like you all are, the start of the season is always a wee bit of a sticky wick for us anyway, and we seem to kind of come good towards the kind of the first good few weeks in. So I think it sounds really crazy, but the sheer amount of business we've done, boys, it's came a bit too quick, and I think we're still doing business. You've not even seen the kind of Chuckwanis and things like that. So I just think it's came a lot faster than he would have liked. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be fine. I just think it was rabbits in the headlights, and it doesn't matter what season you're playing in, whether it's the start, the middle, or the end of the season. Tannadice away from home up at Tannadice is never an easy game. It's never an easy game. It doesn't matter who says it is or it isn't. It just isn't. And when you've only put a squad together with all the different players trying to get them to jail and find the right formation and the right strategic positioning, if you want to call it that, I think the game just came too fast for us, Martin. I think you're right. I'm never going to hang the manager out, the players right out to dry. I was just a wee bit alarmed at how panicky they were. I wasn't expecting it to be like that. I'm not so sure that I like Devlin in that little pocket trying to stop the attacks, but I think they're nullifying what the best parts of his game was, because Hearts played a lot higher. So just things like that. It's just wee bits, but you're right, Martin, what you say. You're absolutely bang on. We're not going to hang nobody out here. It's just a wee bit alarming at lack of imagination. I think the Rangers fans are like, I thought we'd have had a wee bit more clear-cut chances. Can I just say before I finish, it's so apparent we need wingers, decent wingers, isn't it?
Yeah, and that was a sort of argument. And look, hindsight's wonderful, Mark, right? Hindsight's beautiful. Hindsight's the best thing in the world. But it was one of the conversations I had in the group chat before the game, before the team was announced, and somebody says that they believe that Asgard should start over Finlay Curtis. Now, could you have them both starting? I think you probably could, Mark. But I think the real sort of devoid, I can't even think of the right word, right? But the real lack of wingers, the real lack of real width in that team we had tonight cost us. I think that's partly down to the recruitment team in terms of who they've made available for the manager, and I think that's also partly down to the manager for not starting for me Finlay Curtis, and I'm not having this argument that but he was really poor in pre-season. The boy went to a World Cup and came back after a week and get straight back into training and straight back into pre-season. And he was brilliant for Kilmarnock at the tail end of the season in this league, Mark. So I'm not having the argument that because he played a couple of poor games in pre-season that we then can't start him in the league. And I think tonight showed that we need somebody like that.
I definitely agree we need wingers. I did have Asgard starting myself in front of Curtis. I think Curtis is a squad player for me, but when you've got such a lack of width, actual pure width in the team, I think he probably should have started tonight, maybe because we don't have width, but I was expecting them to be cutting in because Asgard's not a winger. He's not an out-and-out winger, and Gassama is obviously just Gassama, so I don't think they're going to go forward. They're going to be the players we're going to have on the width, but if we're going to go out for actual pure wingers, that's what we need. We've got no width at all. McInnes had set up with the wing-backs going forward, which was then leaving us exposed at the back. You've seen it a few times, which obviously he can only play with the players he's got currently, but I think it was a mistake possibly to go with Gassama, not Asgard. I think putting Gassama on was a mistake. Curtis could start. There's nothing. He's a young lad. He done well last season, like you say, that 6 months at Killie, and then he went to Scotland, to the World Cup with Scotland. So give him a chance, because we're always talking about giving youth a chance, and he's actually done all right. So give him a chance, especially now because we don't have natural width. So what's the issue with starting him? Giving him that game time to see if he's going to produce for us, because I think Gassama doesn't produce for us. It just doesn't. So I would have started him possibly over Asgard, because Asgard's goal and his touches and stuff like that, and the little trying overhead kick and that, he has got a bit of quality behind him. I just think he's not a wide player. So I think that's where McInnes has only played what he could play, which is obviously he thought that's going to work better and use the wing backs to get forward, which left us exposed, as I say. So I think we're going to change, and we're going to bring in some wingers. So I think he did want in wingers by this game, and he said that we're going to be in, but obviously the recruitment team haven't been able to get it over the line. So I think for next week's game, we definitely need to have wingers in play and on the pitch to try and affect the game, because you could see it was obvious we lacked width.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I've never done it on this before, but I am going to try and give you Hello Asgard's reaction. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. But just before I try and do that, Kenny, your thoughts on, and again, I think I need to maybe check myself a wee bit, Kenny, right? I think I've maybe been a little bit too, and I got accused of this in the morning phone-in, and maybe folk were right, with kind of bias towards not just Finlay, but to youth players in general, right? Maybe I am a little bit biased, but that whole starting with very limited wingers in this game, can we look back at that as something that's caused us problems in it? And Finlay Curtis in general?
Of course. If you've got a natural winger on your bench, you play a natural winger for the start. If that's all that's available in my eyes, I don't think you play people out of positions to play in there and then take them out. You kind of gravitate them out their perfect position. I don't think that's very smart. Again, yeah, you're right. He maybe had a wee poor one, etc. But who? There's nobody in there for him to learn off of for a long-term project yet. I think I'm just going to use Cherny because his name's everywhere now, right? So let's just potentially say a Cherny walks into the team and Finlay starts getting 25 minutes every game if we're doing well, or 20 minutes and stuff. That's development. But right now we've not got a decent right winger that's doing everything because of Ant-Man leaving and stuff. So Finlay, for me, should have maybe started the game purely because he's a natural right winger, and maybe put him in there. But the left wing, as Mark's saying there, I mean, my God, what do we need to do to give any more chances to Gassama? Because his work rate is shocking. Going in huffs, no willing to get himself into positions to defend and help his left back or whatever. No really offering a hell of a lot with his final product. And this has been consistent over last season and now. And I would imagine Derek McInnes has seen enough of that to say, because we obviously know he's gone for right wingers, right? We're no silly. But I think he knows now that he has to chap on the board's door now, Martin, and say, we need left wingers and all, because we have no width whatsoever. I think it's unfair as well to hang the pressure of this position round Finlay for the word go. But if you're getting into a first-team squad as a youth player, then inevitably you're going to have to be handed it. And I feel he should have been handed it tonight. Honestly, I think he's the only actual right winger we've got. So why would we not play him in that position and just give him the chance? And yeah, okay, it doesn't work. And you need to put Diamandi out there, or you need to put Asgard out. That's fine, but at least you're starting with an actual person who gets trained in that position, is constant in that position. He knows where he's meant to be, where he's not meant to be. And let me be honest, arguably, if that was 4 games in the season, Chermity squares that to either Shankland or nullifies the full defender and squares it to Finlay, number 52, right in the edge of the box at the end there. And that's why I'm saying I think the game has came a bit fast, because I think Chermity 4 or 5 games in puts that straight to Shankland or puts it right over the back of the box to Finlay, who's hanging right on that box, ready for a one-on-one with a goalie or a shot on target. So for me, mate, it's no biased. I think if we're struggling for wingers and you've got an actual right winger, in this circumstance I'm talking about with Dundee United, you play a right winger, surely.
Yeah. Mark, I'm just sorting this video out, mate. Your thoughts to what Kenny just said?
He's totally right. I think he's mirrored the same comments I had already, that Gassama's not the answer to whatever the question is. He's not the answer. We're in desperate need of wide players, and I think that's what we're going to be working on. But when they come in, I don't know. Finlay, to me, as I say, he's a squad player, but right now we don't have a natural winger, so why not play him on the right, give him that run out until you fill that spot? Because Diamandi definitely is not the answer to the right wing dilemma, unless he was going to change the tactics, which he's not doing. Obviously, he wants to play that way, so that's what he's going to do. I think he tweaked it a little bit, but he would prefer to play with width. So I think it's a pressing issue, is getting these 2 winger slots sorted in the next week. Otherwise, we're going to have the same conversation in the next post-match and the same again in the next one after that, because you're trying to play with a hamstring team, because he's trying to put square pegs in round holes. So I think that's the issue we've got, is we need quality as well, not just wingers. We need quality wingers in that are actually going to be able to create the chances and get the assists that are going to supply the strikers with the good opportunities to score goals and ultimately win his games.
Yeah, sorry, I'm really struggling with trying to get this video up. I suppose, look, I can say all I want about Taylor Asgard, Kenny, but at the end of the day, it was his bit of magic that got us the draw out the game. It's a strange one, mate, because he's played really well in pre-season. I thought he was okay in spells tonight, but then again, he shows that little bit of magic that's kind of escaped a draw for us.
Yeah, you've got to remember as well, we don't really get to see the best of Taylor Asgard because of the state our team's been in. Again, you're moving them all over the place. You're not allowing them to be free. There's no a settled we're just allowed the Norway team, right, when he plays in there, and he seems comfortable round about players that know what they're meant to be doing. But again, he's having to shift out of position and cover other people's positions because everybody was a wee bit scattery the day. They were a bit rusty, maybe. And again, at least he had the quality to think, right, I need to try something and gets a goal out of it. I feel that if Dan Neil done that, we might have more opportunities. He was brung in there to pick that little pocket. I think the only two instances I saw with the ball no getting played back the way for the wings of the mid was when Devlin played it twice round the corner into the midfield, but as soon as it did, it didn't go anywhere else. So it's nice to see Asgard try something at least and got us a goal out of it. But there wasn't any wee balls round the corner, a wee pass it splits 3-4 players, and there was too many of this one-touch passing to somewhere that was never on, instead of, taking time to take a breath, half a second to take a touch, and maybe taking half a second to rethink what they're just about to pass to. A bit of composure possibly, and then reassess what they're doing, at that kind of level. So at least Asgard had that, Martin, to get us, to bail us out of jail, to be honest.
Now, Kenny and Mark won't hear this, but you guys watching will, and I'll listen out carefully, don't worry, and then I'll bring the questions back to Kenny and Mark. So let's hear what Tello Asgard had to say to Sky Sports shortly after the game.
Tell how do you react to that draw on the opening day?
No, disappointed. I think we showed a good fight to get back into it, but I think ultimately we maybe lacked a bit of quality when it came into the final third. As I said, we showed some spirit in the second half, but just need to show a bit more, and maybe a bit more calmness, me included. But yeah, I feel the support from the fans who came here, and looking forward to the next game now.
When you scored that goal, did you feel Rangers would have kicked on a bit more after that?
Yeah. Obviously, we got a good reaction out of the lads after the goal, but like I said, just a bit more calmness, a bit more quality. I know we're a new group, and it'll take time for these connections to be built on the pitch, but ultimately a bit disappointed. Yeah.
In terms of your own performance, how do you assess it?
Just try to get on the ball, try and enjoy myself like I always do, but try and take responsibility to score goals, create goals. So I was happy to get on the score sheet today. I always set out to do so, but still it's about the team, and we need to win these sort of games, but I'm sure it'll come.
How do you make sure then that you put this one aside, you don't look at it too negatively, and make sure you try and kick on, because obviously with Europe to come as well, it's going to be a busy time?
Yeah, got no time to be disappointed. We always reflect on the games and see what we could have done better and what we can take forward with us as well. But got to listen to what the manager says today and tomorrow. But like you said, big European matches coming up, so I'll focus on them.
Yeah, with that cracking goal, we'll give you the William Hill Premiership Player of the Match award. Well done.
Asgard there getting man of the match. I don't, by the looks of things, I don't know if you guys managed to catch him there, but by the looks of him, didn't look too happy about it. Kenny, the main thing he said was that we lacked quality in the final third. Is that basically it? Is that the answer?
Well, aye, because if you've got creativity in the final third, especially for maybe number 10 or the wings then you're getting chances. You get two strikers there that have that can show you they know where the net is. So because there was no creativity to get it to the strikers. I mean, people saying Shanklin was the worst player in the park. No, hold on a minute here. The ball never went into them, hardly any. I mean, there was one that came a 40, 50 yard pass where he plucked it completely there while holding the defender and tried to get a shot away. It was all isolated incidents, so he's absolutely bang on. The last third, listen, they were breaking us and breaking us down, right? I get it, but it's a game of football, that'll happen. But if you're taking your chances, it goes back to something I said last season on the pod. If you bury and take chances, you're making chances and you take those chances, inevitably you take the wind out your opponent who's trying to score against you. But if you score one or two chances and you're making chances and they're still trying to score, but you score one or two first, you blow the wind out your opponent. It's like any football for grassroots up. So yeah, lack of skill, lack of class and lack of imagination in the final third, mate. Yep.
Yeah, it feels, Mark, like it's the kind of same old. He was talking there about, lacked quality in the final third, and then the old favourite. We've got to win these type of games. We don't have a lot of time to think before we move on to Europe. The one thing he did mention though was that we needed a bit more calm in the team. That's a little bit worrying, is it not?
No, that's what I spotted. I'm sure you were the same, that the game was quite frantic. No one really wanted a hold of the ball. Like Kenny was saying earlier, they were just passing it, one touch pass. There's a real lack of control in the midfield. I think it was also fed into the lack of creativity up front, because the midfield couldn't get a hold of the ball properly. They were pinging it around. No one really wanted to take ownership of it. And that's kind of led to us just having a ping pong match for the first 45 minutes, and obviously they scored. So then in the second half, we're on the back foot trying to come back into it. Obviously, thankfully, we at least got the goal, but I think it's definitely a lack of control in the midfield and then a lack of creativity. But he's calling it as he sees it, because I've seen it the same. So if he can see it, but they're the ones that need to fix it. Them and the manager need to get that stamped out immediately, because that's not what you want. A bit of nervousness. Yes, I can get a bit of post-season nervousness with the first game, but that needs to be, as soon as the whistle goes, then you need to get into it and get on with it. So, okay, that is kind of concerning a little bit, but we can only go forward to the next game and see what comes from that. But I definitely see a lack of control in the midfield and a lack of creativity up front. Shanklin was there, and he couldn't get the ball. Nothing was coming to him. Like Kenny said, what was he going to feed on? Thin air. There was nothing for him to work with. So pointing the blame at him is I don't really think that's fair on him. I think it's the rest of the creativity, the lack of creativity around him, which has caused him to just basically stand up the pitch and get nothing coming to him, and lack of service, and then no goals. So a poor game, all in a poor game. So I'm disappointed, but we can only push on to the next one.
We have already obviously discussed this at length on this reaction, but Mark has put in his super chat. Mark, thank you very, very much. I can't bring it up on screen yet. That will be done hopefully by the next show, as we're using a new application. As anybody who tried to watch the pre-match will know, did not work very well. But Mark's super chat, Mark, is starting the season without new wingers is so poor. And again, if we scrape the game tonight 2-1, then we're probably sitting here going, wasn't the best performance, but we managed to dig out the win. But we didn't dig out the win, Mark. And to Mark's super chat, starting the season without new wingers, what can you do?
I don't know if that was me that put that super chat in, but it sounds exactly like what I'm saying, and I think you two are the same. And I think everybody that was watching that game could see that we need wingers. So I think we all second, third, fourth, and fifth that we need wingers. So I think that's a desperate need. So he's totally right with that summation that we lack width. It's obvious for anybody to see.
Yeah, it really is. And Mark, mate, thank you very, very much for the super chat, buddy. Thank you for the support. One of the things, Kenny, that we spoke about a lot actually for years, with our football club, it's bringing in players who are injury prone, right? I don't know how often we've had these same conversations season in, season out. When you bring in an injury prone player, when you bring in a fit player to Rangers, he ends up injured, right? So why on earth would you bring in an injury prone player is beyond me, Kenny. But Ben Godfrey, had to leave the pitch tonight. Looks like a hamstring. Nothing has yet been, we've not been told anything yet. I'm still waiting to hear from Derek McInnes. But you bring in a player, Kenny, who's been injured most of his career, and he goes off in his first game for Rangers with an injury. Who's surprised?
No, me. That's for sure. Thank God for the wee South African we brought in. You just slot in there nicely. Hope get a wee bit of cohesion with him and Fernandes. The only shining light out of that scenario would be if he is a wee bit more long term, a good few weeks, and I'm not even going to pronounce his name, but the person for South Africa could hopefully then have a bit of a chance to come in and maybe make a bond with him and Fernandes maybe. But you're right, mate. I mean, how many times do we need to do this? I don't understand what the crux is with Ibrox, with football players coming here and picking up these niggles. But with Ben Godfrey, as you said, very, very conveniently and rightly so, that he's had quite a few, hasn't he, throughout his career. So for a club that knows we're not the best with injury scenarios, I know what they're saying sometimes, all right, you come here, it's a fresh start for you, it's a fresh start for us, you might be okay. I don't think 14 years down the line of misery, you can be maybe dabbling in those sentences. I think it's got to be something that's a bit of a warhorse that comes here and hits the ground running. So, listen, my heart goes out to the guy. He doesn't want to come up here and get signed and start a fresh career and everything goes wrong. He doesn't do that, but a wee bit fed up with that, mate. A wee bit fed up with that.
Yeah, well, let's hear for Chris Boyd, shall we? It's only like I say, it's only a 30-second clip on the old Sky Sports. I can see Kenny's buzzing to hear from him. Let's hear what he's got to say. Let's hear for Chris Boyd, shall we?
It's a point away from home,
like
which
it's only a 30-second
I think in the grand scheme of things for the majority of the teams would say it's a good, but for Rangers to go and try and challenge the thing, there is a long way to go.
Buzzing to hear from him.
Front foot. You all of a sudden, as I said, it's been the last 3 seasons in a row now, 4 now, that Rangers have failed to win the opening day, and all of a sudden it just starts to breed that negativity. I mean, the fans were in full voice here until Dundee United scored, then all of a sudden, there was a change. They want to back something, they want to get behind something, and I'm sure there'll be better performances ahead. Derek spoke about get the 3 points. He hasn't been able to do that, but as I said, Rangers haven't lost the game either. For Rangers, look, it's another.
So he mentions there, and it was the one word I wanted to pick up on, Mark, negativity. What do you think is going to come from the support? Which, let's be honest, is not the only thing, but it's one of the biggest things that matters at our football club because of the size it is, our support. Are we going to be leaving this game tonight as a support and the negativity that we've seen in previous seasons? Or are we looking at this and thinking, no, we're not as bad as maybe that game showed us to be?
I mean, I can't speak for everybody, but myself, I'm obviously bitterly disappointed in the result, but I wanted McInnes in, so I trust his process, but I think he needs help from the board, so I don't think it's going to be that's not the making of the season, but you might get a lot of fans who are disgruntled because it's scar tissue. It's the same thing, season in, season out. We always seem to start the same, so you're going to go by what you know, and if that's what keeps happening every season, it's the same start and it always ends the same way, people are probably going to be negative until the team can change that round and start winning consistently. So it's a massive disappointment, tonight's result. It's a draw, which obviously isn't good enough, but we're going to have to deal with it and move forward. But I'm behind McInnes and the team. I think they just need to get some quality additions in, and then we're on to the next one, and then the next one, and you need to start picking up wins. Otherwise, it'll be the same story. But I'm sure there's a lot of people that are the same as me, but there will be some that are super negative, and that's fair enough because they pay enough money to go and watch the team. They pay enough money in strips and subscriptions, so they've got a fair right to voice their disgruntlement at another poor start to a season. But I think there'll be a lot in the same by me where they're thinking, let's just, the first game again, let's not get too disheartened and get some quality in and then go for it. So I think you'll find quite a mix, if I'm honest, in the supporter base.
I'm trying my best, Kenny, to hang on for Derek McInnes because I really don't know how many more times I can ask the same question. mate, to be brutally honest with you. And look, usually after in the reactions, we'll go through, individual performances and we'll pick out certain players. And I think that's really difficult to do tonight because it's the first game and there's a lot of players in there who are trying to get to know each other. But he's been mentioned before, so I will mention it now. Lawrence Shankland, obviously named yesterday, day before yesterday, captain of the football club. Will he be under the same scrutiny tonight, do you think, as what Tav would have been?
I can't do that because he's at the top end of the pitch where you need to feed somebody to try and put the ball in the net. If he had 6 chances and missed them all, half chances, full chances, doesn't matter, then aye. But if you're at the peak of the mountain, you're waiting for the folk to come up and catch up with you. It's never, you can't blame a striker for a woeful performance from the back to the front. So no, I'm not hanging at Rune Shankland. I think if we had really good wingers and a number 10 that was creating all sorts tonight, and Chermiti and Shankland or Nadiri and Shankland or whoever weren't firing, then I'd be all over the top of it. But no. I would like to see
Kenny, sorry
judge
to
him on a
interrupt.
few games from now.
Sorry to interrupt, Kenny, right? Apologies, mate. Did we, in a way, see a little bit more fight tonight in this Rangers team than maybe what we have last season before? And I say that very cautiously because I know that we haven't got the 3 points. And I know that the conversation with the other side of the city is that regardless of how they play, they find a way to get the 3 points, right? And that's the truth. But did we see a little bit more dig, a little bit more, I don't want to use the word panache because A, I don't know what it means, and B, you kind of use that when things have went in your favour. But did we see a little bit more dig in this Rangers team?
I know where you're going with that. I'll just say yes, but I think what you mean is there was a bit more grit about us, even though we were up against it, which was nice to see. And I think Derek McInnes's teams are known for a bit more physicality and snap. So aye, they didn't give in, that's for sure. It wasn't like all hands, everybody just decided to put everything down and just go for it. The tools were down. It wasn't that. So that's what you're meaning. Yeah, I thought there was a bit more grit and snap to them, even though they knew they were up against it, which isn't a bad thing, considering we have absolutely no wingers that penetrate. And again, we've not got a number 10 who could create something out of nothing. So, yep, I would agree with that, mate.
It's unusual just for you to agree with me like that. I was a bit taken aback by that there. So, Mark, if you had the power to speak to thousands of Rangers supporters, right? Just imagine you had that power for a second, Mark, right? And people actually listened to what you had to say. And I know that nobody listens to a single word that comes out of my mouth because, as most of the people who watch the Rabble, they are quite right. I'm an idiot, right? What would your message be to Rangers supporters about the performance tonight and what you see moving forward?
It'd be a couple, just keep the heat, basically, be the first one. It's the first game. It's a poor performance. It's not acceptable as a Rangers team to drop points in the opening day of the season. But there is a few bright spots in there. I know it's hard to see it now, immediately after the game, when you've dropped points and you want to win and start on a good footing. But there's some players coming in. Hopefully they're quality players coming in key positions to bolster the squad. And then from there, we just have to go forward, stay behind the manager, stay behind the boys, and just go to the next one, basically, and we go for it again, and that's it. I don't know. There's nothing else that you can do. Just keep behind the team. That's it, basically. Keep behind Dell. Don't start with the negativity, because then it just feeds onto the players, and then the performances will start to drop. Like you have said, both of you, there was a bit more fight in there. And one of the comments was there was more fight but less quality. That's definitely something that I noticed. We had to dig and we were fighting and we didn't give up like we would last year. The season before, we'd capitulate and lose that game. But this time there was a bit of digging, a bit of fight, and we obviously managed to get the goal and get a draw. But I know that's not good enough. But there's shoots of positivity there. So I think just grab onto that and just go with that.
Is that a fair comment, Kenny? More fight, less quality?
Do you know something? It's been playing on me a wee bit, and I've kind of just managed to get a thought on it. I would want to be more of the Hearts McInnes than the Aberdeen McInnes, where it's all grit, bite and fight, but no quality at the end of it. So the comment's right, but I do think that will come. I do think, again, I'm going to reiterate, it came a bit too early, mate, and I think he has to get two wingers in there and somebody who can absolutely boss the midfield with feeding their strikers. There's the positions he's shown them that we need. Dare I say it, Raskin at his best, when he's on it, which has not been great the last while, but when he was on it, I just don't want that falling into the Aberdeen McInnes and that kind of thing where everybody's kicking life out one another and they're grit and determination, but you draw a lot rather than win. I would hope it'd be more like the Hearts one he showed us, where he could put the right players in the right position. And it is a work in progress, so there's nothing wrong with that comment. Tonight, if we're taking just Dundee United, which we are, there was less quality and more snap.
Yeah, there's actually a few good comments that have came in. I'll take. I'm trying to pad out here to hear for Derek McInnes, folks, right? So I do apologise, because I do realise that at some point I know Kenny has to get to his bed, because obviously Kenny's now well into his 70s, and Mark needs to get to his bed because he's up early in the morning. But this one from Kenneth: Rangers Rabble are cheerleaders. Anyone else hearing this nonsense, we are shit. Not one player, maybe the goalkeeper, Mark, shit. And the reason that I bring that up is because I'm not a cheerleader for anybody, right? I will always give my honest opinion of what I see and what I think. But I'll ask you straight, Mark, is Kenneth right? Is every single player in that Rangers team shit?
No, I wouldn't go that far. I mean, he's entitled to his opinion, obviously, but I wouldn't go that far that they're all shite. I think that's what I was like straight after the game. I was saying that to myself, but that's an immediate reaction. Before obviously I come on here, and then I've taken a little bit of time to think about it and mull over what I've just watched. So there is some quality in there. I don't think they're all terrible, but there is definitely positions that need strengthened. I'll agree with him there. We definitely need some quality in the team. So he's half right, I'd say, with that summation that he's saying. But I definitely don't think that I'm a cheerleader for anybody. I'm just giving my honest opinion after the game's finished. So. Yeah,
so, well, then, shall we hear from the manager? Finally, if I can just take that away so that it looks a little bit more professional. But yeah, let's hear from the manager then, Derek McInnes, who spoke to Sky Sports News.
Thought we worked hard for our point, but we didn't do enough to win the game. Disappointed with a lot of the first half. Expected us to show a wee bit more composure. I thought their front three spooked us at times in making those runs, just continually making runs to try and penetrate without knowing they were getting the ball, just to take our back line back, and I just thought there was too many spaces. And then on the back of that, I just thought we needed to play a bit better and make better decisions. I think we had Ryan's chance and one or two other little things first half, but nowhere near enough. I thought we kind of wasted the first half. And we gave ourselves a problem in terms of losing a poor goal. So the response was good. I think the changes helped us and that side of it. I thought Tello's goal was magnificent. I know he's such a great technical, sweet striker of the ball, and you're not surprised when he makes a connection like that. We would just like to get him into those areas a wee bit more. And we tried him in the 10, but it didn't really work for us, to be honest. And when he plays off that side, he looked a wee bit more at home. So. And I thought we played for about 15-20 minutes, and that's not enough if you're going to win a game, particularly away from home. We need to be, after scoring the equaliser, I thought we missed the opportunity to really kind of crank it up, and I just thought our desire to get the equaliser was clear. I thought we had some good moments in the goal, it felt as though it was coming, but then after that I don't think we quite did the same to go and get the winning goal. So plenty of effort. No, we're not going to be perfect at this stage of the season. No player is, it's our first competitive game, but clearly we need to try and improve. But we dug ourselves out a hole, get a point. Disappointed we've not picked up all 3, but we've got to be honest, we didn't do enough.
In particular in that first half, did that surprise you about your team, or did you just feel just a bit underwhelmed?
We thought Dundee United would come and put full press on. We thought they would back themselves to come and do that, and they did. And when we needed to play, we didn't play with anywhere enough rhythm. And when we needed to go into strikers, as we did do quite a lot, we needed to look after it a bit more than we did, and we didn't. And it was times to take touches of the ball, and it was too many times it was one touch and flicked in the corner and lost possession. And we just need to take a hold of it and take a wee bit more responsibility with that. So if teams want to come after us, we're going to have to make sure that we connect with the game a lot better than we did do. So so from that point of view, disappointed, as I say. We felt we kind of wasted a lot of the first half. But listen, we're still, the squad's know exactly where we want it. We're still fighting to get good options in. And I think the squad will look a lot different once the window closes. So we're still working hard to try and get the right additions in, but clearly we could do a wee bit of help in that.
Yeah, you mentioned the phrase difference makers. Is that maybe an example tonight of why you just need that bit more finesse?
So I thought second half as the game gets stretched, I thought we had opportunities to play in the spaces, and then we need people with the ability to go past. So obviously we play Tello and Deal narrow off the sides to allow fullbacks to go, but I still felt that we still would like a winger to go and get at people and make the difference and get people on the back foot. And we never really quite had that, and we're working hard to bring those types of players to the club. I think a club like Rangers should have those types. People that like to be exposed 1v1 with fullbacks, and I do think our strikers are all dependent on service, and we need to try and provide that service. Otherwise, there's no point having the quality in the middle of the pitch. In the middle of the goal, if we're not going to get the ball there time and time again. So we're working hard. The recruitment team have, we're in constant dialogue with them, and we know what we want, and hopefully we get what we want.
1 year ago on the opening day, I spoke to, it was 2 managers ago. There was a lot of talk about what was wrong with Rangers and what was wrong with the team and where they needed to go. From your point of view on match day 1, are you more encouraged, or do you feel that there is still a lot of work to do in terms of your era in charge?
Yeah, well, it's one game. I'm not really interested in what's happened previously, but from my point of view, we are going to get better as we go along. It's disappointing we've dropped a couple of points, but we need to be honest enough. We weren't good enough to pick up all 3. And there's certain things where I think what we need to do is understand that when we do get a wee bits of momentum, we've got to have more trust in what we're doing. We've got to keep the shoulder at the wheel, and we've got to do simple things better. And I do feel that we make a mistake or we make a bad decision, and we give the other teams a bit of encouragement just when you think we've got them. And those types of little things, lacks of concentration, and as I say, just making sure we keep the momentum going has to be something that's constant with us. And I don't feel we're anywhere near that yet, but we're working towards that.
Just finally, how's Ben Godfrey?
He felt his hamstring tighten up, so he's with the physio and the doctor there before I came in. So obviously that would be a natural concern. We're not overly blessed with defenders, as you can see. Makahani, who we've signed, we still has a potential, maybe be a risk for getting a visa for Poland for the away game. And Ross McCrory's been struggling a wee bit with a knee complaint. So we don't have our troubles to seek on that side. So it's something where we might need to address.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you. Cheers.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. No, bluntly no. Worrying. I actually think we've got a bit of a curse in this club at the minute. Honestly, for injuries, I mean, because it must be staggering if somebody got an Opta stat about us buying players to the ratio of how many gets an injury within the first 3 months, it must be staggering. You're right, but McCrory had a couple of dodgy ones. Remember one with his knee and things like that when he was at Rangers. He had a really bad one at Aberdeen. I don't know about the Bristol, you're right, no idea because I just lost contact with it. But I'm not going to hang it around one player, but that wasn't the kind of player I was looking for coming into Rangers. And I'm not meaning any disrespect. He's an elite football player, right, for a start, before I get shot. But was that the answer? Probably no. And he gave me a wee glimpse of why we're just constantly getting the tackles wrong, getting free kicks against us, and also I don't know how many times he needs to play the ball back the way. Again, we need the right backs, left backs, wingers, and all that to start playing more positively towards a kind of imaginative pass to get us into an area where it causes other teams problems, as opposed to
Ross McCrory isn't a go forward fullback. He never has been a go forward fullback. Ross McCrory's always been a defender first, defender second, defender third. So I really don't know how much you'll see of Ross McCrory going forward, Kenny. I also don't know how much you'll see in terms of the quality that Ross McCrory's got when he goes forward.
No, well, the problem I've got with that is that when you go from grassroots to pro youth and all the way through, the reason you get to pro youth is because you're imaginative, right? So you should at least be able to see a pass if you're in the right back position into the central midfield or a 6 or something to allow a bit more creativity. You can't just be keeping going back all the time. I'm a big believer in if you're a right back or a right winger, you're going forward, right? But a right back or a left back, you've either got a long ball and you change it up a wee bit. Now, there's nothing wrong with kicking the ball back now and again. But there's always a time, at least 4 or 5 times out a full 90 minutes, where you've got to know where to put the ball somewhere different, or you're going to become so predictable. And that's what Rangers are, so predictable.
And I suppose really, Mark, in that kind of post-match, I think Derek McInnes was trying to lay the point on thick that this isn't the Rangers team that we will see come the end of the transfer window or come the next few weeks. He mentioned how much, Rangers need wingers. We don't really have them. We need to look at bringing them in. We're short in defence. I must admit, when he was talking about the new South African boy and the way he was wording it, I was like, please don't tell me he's injured. But then he mentioned visa issues, and I was like, all right, cool. Never mind, he's not injured, it's visa issues. But he was pretty much spot on in his assessment, Mark. We didn't do enough. We didn't deserve the win. We weren't good enough throughout the game. But we didn't give service to the strikers. We worked hard, but there was no real quality. We lacked a lot of quality tonight. So that the one thing that we do know is that this Rangers team, and Derek McInnes knows from listening to his post-match, this Rangers team really needs to up the ante and up the ante quick.
Yeah, I think a couple of things I took from his interview. Obviously, I had it in the background while I was on mute. He's calm with it, but he's to the point. He understands what the issues are. He can see them straight away, as you seen with the change he made at half time. But I think his team selection was wrong in the first place, but at least he managed to change it immediately after at the start of the second half. But he's identified the issues that we need to fix, and asking for wingers is definitely one of them. Ross McCrory as well. He's a defensive fullback. He's not a right back. He's not a right wing back. He's never going to get forward. So you're going to need that natural width for him to play the ball onto, and we don't have it. So it made no sense to me to put him on. But it's like I say, that's all we've got in those positions. He couldn't play he's more of a centre back, I'd say, McCrory for me, rather than a right back. But you couldn't play McAnder because he's obviously visa issues. But I don't know. He identified the issues. He was quite calm and collected with it. He didn't seem overly.
He didn't seem worried, Mark, didn't you know? And he was kind of sharp with the interview when he was like that. Well, listen, I'm not really that interested in what's happened before. Kind of more interested in what's happening now. But it was just he was making the point very clear, and I don't think that was just to the interview. I think that was to us that look, this Rangers team is nowhere near the finished article. This Rangers team isn't quite the Rangers team that I want.
Yeah.
And that's all well and good, Mark, and I accept that, and I understand that, and I appreciate that. But tonight was the first game of the season. Tonight was a real opportunity to put any kind of marker down. And again, we've failed.
Exactly. I think he should have set up differently. He's not set up with the players we've got at hand to win that game. He's set it up for the ideal formation that he wants to use, and we're lacking key players in key positions, which has been obvious through the game. We could all see it. He's set up the way he wants to play going forward, like I say, but we don't have the natural wingers, apart from the young lad on the bench that he's not brought on until the last 10 minutes to try and make a change and get a goal in the last 10 minutes. So it's frustrating because it's an early setback. But like he said, he's been banging on at the board to get the players in, because he's been saying that for the last couple of weeks. We need wide players, and we haven't got one in yet. So I'm assuming they'll be working on it in the background, but it should have been done before this game. It should have been done a week ago, so they had time to bed in and at least get some training sessions in and actually play this game and play to the advantage of the system he's trying to put out there. But he's put, like I said earlier, square pegs and round holes, and it just didn't work. It's a totally disjointed team, but it's only the first game of the season. They will get better, but I'm still disappointed like everybody else is, I'm sure. But I'm hoping there's some quality wingers coming in, and that's why it's taking a little bit longer than it should do, instead of us getting the usual dross that we bring in from English League One, stuff like that, but they're not up to scratch, and they're not going to work here because they're not used to the physicality of the league. They can't get up to speed because they expect more time on the ball. So I'm hoping we're working on quality wingers. That's what I'm telling myself, is we're working on quality wingers.
Yeah. Right, I think that'll do us for tonight, folks. Mark, Kenny, thank you very, very much for your time this evening. Thank you to Alex and, of course, Hamish for earlier on for half-time and the watch-along. This will get a bit better, a bit more streamlined, a bit more buttons working and people not on mute and pre-matches working and stuff like that. A few issues, a bit like Rangers. A few issues, we'll iron them out and we'll come back better. What's the old saying? We will learn from this, which I'm so glad that neither Asgard nor McInnes came out and said we will learn from this, because I think we might have just hit the roof had that been the case. But if I can just ask everybody before you jump away, if you could hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, it really, really does help the channel out. And of course, if you want access to loads and loads and loads of extra content, you can become a member now for as little as £1.99 per month, whether that's on YouTube, Facebook, or on Patreon. And you get your access to your 5 phone-ins a week, your Random Rabble, which is on tomorrow, your phone-in on a Sunday night, your extreme gaming, your wrestling. There's loads and loads and loads of extra content. If you are watching this only on YouTube, click that join button below, or in the description there is a link to join as a member and get access to loads and loads of extra content. So, Mark, Kenny, thank you very much, lads, for your time tonight. Kenny, get to your bed, mate. I know you're struggling. It's been up past 10 o'clock at night, so thank you very much, mate.
You're welcome.
Mark, mate, thank you very much.
No dramas, pal. It's a pleasure as always.
Yes, and not the result we wanted, folks, not the performance we wanted, but it is just the first game of the season, so no panic yet. There's plenty of time to go, so don't panic, and we'll speak to you all again